Flashback to 2010, which prior to a couple weeks ago was the last time Strath Haven was Central League co-champs. That season, they took on a very tough Springfield team late in the season, but still won pretty convincingly, winning by a few touchdowns, and then went to the wire just a couple weeks later in the District 1 playoffs, a game that was decided in the final minute, Strath Haven squeaking out a victory on their way to a District 1 title. This year, let's see what happens a second time through. Different coaching staff, of course, from 12 years ago on the Springfield sideline, but Coach Chris Britton has his Cougars ready to go for the rematch here at George L. King Field today to take on undefeated Strath Haven in the District 1 5A quarterfinals. Good evening, force of habit, I said good evening, but good afternoon, everybody. Brian Carroll bringing you play-by-play on a gorgeous afternoon for football here. 1 p.m. start on a nice Saturday, and hopefully get the crowd starting to trickle in here. The bands have arrived, and we are moments away from kickoff as the 8-3 Springfield Cougars take on Strath Haven. And when they met back in September, it was all Strath Haven, really. Springfield had its moments, kept it close here and there, but Strath Haven piled up over 400 rushing yards on their way to a 41-14 victory. That being said, Springfield was a little short-handed that night. Strath Haven had a little different look to their lineup, of course, with Sam Milligan flashing in at running back for the first time back in September. He's the quarterback today for the Panthers, so different look, a little bit of a few personnel changes here and there, but for the most part, we would expect a much tighter contest here with the winner taking on Westchester Ruston, who knocked off Kennett 31-7 last evening. So Cougars and Panthers ready for a cat fight in round 2 here. Mike Mayer, the webmaster at havenfootball.net. This should be interesting, Mike. It's always difficult to beat the same team twice in the same season. Strath Haven did it a year ago with Marple Newtown, knocking them off in this same round on the way to the district title a year ago. But this Cougar team will come in here fired up.
No doubt about it. And, the Cougar team's also played extremely well these last 7 weeks. I mean, they lost 3 games and then won 7. Of course, they won their playoff game, which makes it 8. They're coming in, hunting for bear, and they do have a throwing game. And if you've watched Haven the last 2 weeks, they have struggled against a throwing game. And I'm sure Springfield did not fail to notice that. So, we've got bright blue skies, dry field, not a whole lot of wind. And, it's a good opportunity for throwing. So I think we're going to see a lot of passing. And Haven's philosophy of, just make sure nobody gets behind you. The problem with that philosophy is they 10 and 15 yard you all the way into the end zone. So we'll see how they're going to cope with it. And, of course, the key for Springfield is can they stop the Haven running attack? And that's going to be a question. Obviously, they stopped other teams in the Central League. We'll see what they can do tonight or today. We're going to be doing that all day long.
One way to stop that offense is to keep them on the sideline. So with quarterback Jake Rama and fullback Nate Romano, and really a lot of short passes for the most part for Springfield. They'll take a deep shot here and there, but they'll rely on short passes to the flats and hitches and short slants to guys like Aiden Kreit and so forth. But Jake Rama has been on fire. The senior quarterback, 3rd year as a starter, has completed 70% of his passes over the last 6 weeks for 712 yards, 11 touchdowns versus just 1 interception. So he's been absolutely red hot over the last 6 weeks. Not coincidentally, Springfield on a 6-game win streak. So it's been a season of streaks for Springfield. They won their first 2, dropped 3 in a row. Haverford back in week 3, followed by the loss to Strath Haven, followed again by a loss to Garnet Valley. Haven't lost since. So this is a team coming in confident, coming in ready to rumble. And, again, Strath Haven, I believe, will have their hands full today and need to play at the top of their game if they want another home game next week against Ruston. Strath Haven on the sideline here in their all-black uniforms, still waiting for Springfield to come out. Perhaps a little gamesmanship here as they're still in the locker room. But black uniforms, silver helmets, and white numerals. Head coach Kevin Clancy, 343 career wins, 273 of those at Strath Haven. Now this year, nailing down their 12th Central League title since he took over back in 1991. So your longest tenured coach in Delaware County, your winningest coach in Delaware County by, week to week, he just keeps extending that record.
Yeah, right.
And it's been a heck of a run. So either way, and we'll mention this over and over from now until whenever we're finished in the 2022 season. This is the last football game for a number of seniors today, whoever it is. And so Strath Haven, of course, wants to keep playing for a number of weeks longer. Same can be said for everybody on the opposite sideline. So Springfield seniors, Strath Haven seniors, lots to play for today besides just another chance to advance in the District 1 playoffs. We wait for Springfield, and there they are heading out to the far sideline in their royal blue helmets and pants. White jerseys on the road today with the blue numerals and gold trim. Chris Britton is the head coach. And look, Springfield 14-27 all-time versus Strath Haven. Their last win in 2017. They had a 5-year win streak in the 20-teens, if you will, which included a District 1 title for Springfield back in 2016 and Central League title that year as well. But again, it's that's a program over there that's had to rebuild a little bit over the last couple of years, but they are certainly on their way up. A tremendous JV team this year. Their ninth grade team only had one loss as well. So this is a young Springfield team, lots to look forward to. But there are a number of them over there that said we're not finished yet in 2022. Captains are meeting at midfield. For Springfield, number 8 is your quarterback, Jake Rama. Number 70 is Tyler Clambara, your offensive right tackle. Aiden Kreit wearing number 6, and Brian Minot is going to see some time at tailback wearing number 2. For Strath Haven, Sam Milligan wearing number 40, wearing number 4. 40 is Bob Fuskas, 89 Ben Faribault, and 34 Anthony Crawford. You can see Austin Connor pacing at the 50-yard line as well. Opposite him is Gus Bryan on the other 50-yard mark close to the Springfield sideline. Bryan did not play in the Week 4 loss, so Springfield will feel good having their left tackle back in the lineup, and he will see some time on defense as well. So, again, a couple little personnel tweaks here and there, but could be pretty significant difference makers as we go along. So the coin toss, Strath Haven will defer, and so they will kick it into the wind, a slight wind towards Springfield, who will go left to right as we start the game. But in the meantime, we'll take a short timeout, be back for the tail end of the Star Spangled Banner and the opening kickoff. District 1 5A quarterfinals. Glad you're joining us live or on the archive right here on havenfootball.net.
You're looking to start an exciting career in the healthcare field? Then Keystone Quality Transport is looking for you. Keystone Quality Transport, the region's premier non-emergency medical transportation company, offers a full scholarship into a comprehensive emergency medical technician certification program. Would you like to obtain a National Registry Emergency Medical Technician certification and earn $20 per hour to start? Send an email to hr@kqthealth.com. Start your rewarding healthcare career today.
This is Keith Jackson reminding you you're listening to high school football right here on havenfootball.net.
Gridiron Club is a fundraising organization affiliated with the Football Parents Association. We raise money to support the Strath Haven football team and other Strath Haven sports teams. We could not be successful without the help of the following key supporters for the 2022-23 sports season. Our thanks and appreciation to Jessica Mudrick and Berkshire Hathaway Home Services in Media, Haven by McCann in Nether Providence, KDI Office Technology in Aston. The Haven Gridiron Club and all the student athletes at Strath Haven are grateful for your support. Go Panthers!
This is Keith Jackson reminding you you're listening to high school football right here on havenfootball.net.
Star Spangled Banner just finished up by the 12th man, the Strath Haven Marching Band. Thrilled to be here, and almost a full house here for the band. They're a little smaller today than they would normally be on a Friday night, but again, crowds starting to trickle in here for both sides as we get ready to roll here in the District 1 5A quarterfinals. I'd like to introduce also Andrew Kauffman here, helping out with the stats and spotting. No scores to dig up locally at the moment. The only other District 12 game scheduled for 7 o'clock tonight is it's actually a District 1-12 crossover at the 2A sub-regional. That's West Catholic at Bristol later tonight. But a lot of Lehigh Valley games, so we'll try to dig that up at halftime. Most of the Lehigh Valley games were moved to today. Pete Fulginiti will join us at halftime, and he does a great job with the spotting during game action as always. Gary James on the PA, and looking forward to some fun football here on a gorgeous Saturday afternoon. Tim Steyer has it teed for the Panthers, just inside the near hash. Deep to return, Mike O'Donnell. He of rushing and receiving touchdowns a week ago in their win over Phoenixville. He is flanked to his left by Vinny Valerio. All right, Steyer, low line drive kick. It's going to take a sideways hop and roll out of bounds at the 10-yard line. So Springfield, my guess, will accept the 25-yard penalty and start at the 35-yard line. Springfield starters on offense, led by quarterback Jake Rama wearing number 8. Tyler Googler is your running back, fullback Nate Romano. Ryan Johnston wears number 19, your tight end. Aiden Kreit is a wide receiver. The other wide receiver slot back is 10 Mike O'Donnell. 65 Logan Crawford is your center. Dean Brown and Matt Wasaki are the guards. Left tackle Gus Bryan and big Tyler Klembara, 6'4", 310 at right tackle. We'll get to the Panther defense momentarily. In the meantime, 1st and 10 for Springfield, trying to get things going against a Panther defense that's been stingy all year. Split to the near side, Aiden Kreit. Wing to the left, I formation dotted by Minot. He is your tailback. He has a first down carry, and he'll pick up a couple. Not much doing thanks to Bob Fuskas and Anthony Crawford. Panther defense trying to slow this offense down. Up front, you've got Austin Connor, Ben Faribault, Jason Williams, and Jay Curtis. We'll see Vince Hales at times as well. In fact, Vince is out there now wearing 64, back after an injury. Inside backers, Anthony Crawford and Marco Kauffman. Bob Fuskas on that last tackle is your outside linebacker. Chase Nangle and A.J. Glavichik, the corners. James Fisher, your strong safety. And the free safety is Sam Milligan. 2 receivers to the right here. Slot is O'Donnell. Same formation, Brian Minot is your tailback on 2nd down and 8. This is Romano, the fullback dive off the left guard. Not much doing. Maybe a yard out to the 39 for forward progress. And that will bring up 3rd down and, call it 6. All right, Panthers with a nickel look here. Hales and Williams come out. Shane Green and Evan Menaker check in the secondary.
Oh, this would be where you think Springfield's going to, fall back and pass it.
They check Romano, the fullback, out of the game along with the tight end. So personnel-wise, you would think so. 4 wide, shotgun look for Rama. Your tailback, Brian Minot, on his right hip. Rama on 3rd and 6. From the 39 in the shotgun, looking. Has some time now at running out of it. Rolling to his right. Eyes still downfield. Looks, dumps it. Incomplete. It falls. Terrific coverage downfield. Good pass rush from Faribault and Crawford. And Springfield goes 3 and out to start things. Nice start there for the Panther defense. Can't complain about that, Mike.
If you're Haven, this is exactly what you want.
Sam Milligan and Chase Nangle will await the punt back at their 30-yard line. Tyler Johnston, who had a 64-yarder a week ago, he stands inside his 30 awaiting the snap. Low snap, but he digs it out and lets it go. End over end kick's going to drive over Milligan's head inside the 20,
nice
out
punt.
of bounds. Terrific roll for Springfield, and Strath Haven will start at their 9-yard line. Fantastic work right there. 53 on the punt from Johnston to tilt the field. And the Strath Haven offense will try to get things going from deep in their own side of the field. Sam Milligan's your quarterback. Anthony Crawford, your fullback. Halfbacks Austin Connor and Bob Fuskas. We'll see James Fisher and Chase Nangle as well. Tight ends Ryan Weinberg and Ben Faribault. Carter Laws, your center. Cole Miller and Jackson Jeremiah, your guards. Gavin Pilson rotates in there at guard as well. And the tackles Will Luthold and Billy Brown. 1st and 10 from their own 9. Panthers backed up here on their first play of the game. Faribault, tight end to the right. Wing to the right is Austin Connor. Milligan turns, they go toss to the right side. This is Anthony Crawford, lots of running room, and he's across the 15. Give him 8 on his first touch of the day, and 2nd down and 2 gives the Panthers a little more breathing room. Springfield defense Up front, Mike Miller, Fred Withrow, Jalen Price Tate, and Ryan Johnston. Backers, Jack Lemon, Ethan Marshall, Chris Dolan, and Nate Romano round out that 4-4 look. Corners are Aiden Crichton, Mike Turner. Free safety is Mike O'Donnell. Here, more of like a 62 look up front, 2nd down and 2. Crawford one more time. Off the left side, met there by Crichton and friends, but I think this will be enough for a 1st down.
Gonna be close.
Very close. And yep, they're going to move the chains. So give Crawford a couple and another Panther 1st down. Jackson Jeremiah checks in at guard. 9:40 to go here in the opening quarter. Springfield went 3 and out. Strath Haven getting their first crack at it here. New set of downs from their 19. On 1st and 10, wing to the right now, Bob Fuskas. And rolling to his left is Sam Milligan. Has time, floats it to the flat, incomplete, batted down. Nicely done there. Aiden Crichton coming up and got a finger on it. Trying to sneak Crawford into the flat, and incomplete it falls. 2nd down and 10. Milligan 0 for 2 throwing it last week as well. Not much of a sample size, really.
Yeah, there's not much of a sample size all year long.
Strath Haven, when they played Springfield back in week 4, also threw it just twice with Jake Kitchen under center that night. And also did not complete a pass, but still rolled up over 400 yards of offense on their way to victory. Here's 2nd down and 10. Panthers with a wing tee. It's Fuskas for the first carry of the day. He's across the 20, but not much further than that. Maybe 2 for Fuskas, and it brings up 3rd down and long for Strath Haven. So the incompletion on 1st down puts them off schedule just a bit. Bob Fuskas over 1,000 yards rushing coming into this one with 13 touchdowns. Leads the Panthers in yards per carry at 10. Panthers averaging over 8 yards per carry coming into this one. That's what they need here. 3rd down and 8 from the 21. Fuskas wing to the left. Under center is Milligan. He's back to passing under heavy pressure, and down he goes. The blitz got him. Mike Miller came free off the edge as the blitz up the middle. Panthers couldn't account for everybody, and back to the 12-yard line. The Panthers lose 8. 4th and long. Nice work by both defenses here to start.
Yep, Haven made the 1st down, but couldn't do anything else. And this is starting to look like it's going to be a heck of a contest.
Panthers will punt it away. Milligan standing at his goal line. Good field position, presumably here for Springfield. Milligan lets it go. End over end kick. It'll take a hop across the 40-yard line, and then out of bounds it goes. So again, very good field position in Strath Haven territory. Springfield offense gets another shot at it with 7:55 to play here in the opening quarter. So yeah, terrific punt there from Springfield, tilts the field, and the Panthers pick up 1 1st down, nothing else after that, and here we are. So again, not surprising. If we thought this would be a dogfight here coming into this one, and first 2 series have proven that. On 1st and 10, this is Tyler Googler off the right side. He'll pick up a few. Ben Faribault tracks him down after Googler picks up a few down to the 38-yard line, 37, I guess. So gain of 4 on the play. Romano a little slow to get up. And they're going to check. Oh, no, is this? No, there's still a player down. Okay. Not sure who that is. Is it the ball carrier? Okay, I think it is Googler. No, it's not. He's in the huddle. All right, we're going to have to keep an eye on this, but there's a Springfield injury just out of the view of the camera. So we're going to take a short timeout. 7:37 to go here in the opening quarter. Springfield injury. It'll be 2nd down and about 6 when we come back. Cougars and Panthers scoreless, but Springfield on the move here on HavenFootball.net.
Gridiron Club is a fundraising organization affiliated with the Football Parents Association. We raise money to support the Strath Haven football team and other Strath Haven sports teams. We could not be successful without the help of the following key supporters for the 2022-23 sports season. Our thanks and appreciation to Jessica Mudrick and Berkshire Hathaway Home Services in Media, Haven by McCann in Nether Providence, KDI Office Technology in Aston, The Haven Gridiron Club and all the student athletes at Strath Haven are grateful for your support. Go Panthers!
This is Keith Jackson reminding you you're listening to high school football right here on havenfootball.net.
Welcome back to George L. King Field. We are scoreless almost midway through this first quarter. Springfield went 3 and out on their opening series. Strath Haven picked up a first down and then had to kick it away soon after. But in the meantime, Cougars' concern is with senior wide receiver and corner Aiden Kreit, who seemed to be caught up in the wash there as Googler went off that side, and Kreit out front there blocking and now hobbling off under his own power, so a good sign there. Let's see if he can recover quickly, but in the meantime, it'll be 2nd down and 6 for Springfield from the Strath Haven 37-yard line. So hopefully something that Kreit can walk off, and in the meantime, they'll substitute with number 4, split to the near side. That's Mike Friel, the junior, at the bottom of your screen. And tight end to the left is number 19, Ryan Johnston. All right, Kreit off the field. Referee will signal the ball in. And here we go. Jake Rama under center. Wing to the right is Mike O'Donnell. On 2nd down and 6, hard count from Rama. They give to the fullback. This is Romano from a couple. Jason Williams stacks it up, but still going to pick up some decent yardage here and bring up 3rd down, maybe 2 or 3. So good push up front there for Springfield. Down to the Strath Haven 33.
Well, this is not the place that Haven wants to allow a lot of first downs, obviously.
4-down territory in all likelihood here. Panthers defense looking for maybe a negative play. Friel split to the near side, O'Donnell wing to the right. Ram, another hard count. It's Romano one more time, bumps into the line, and then second effort. I don't think he's going to get much here. Fuskas and friends, and then the ball fell out late, but the whistle had already blown. Nice work by Fuskas, Faribaugh, and then coming in late there, Vince Hales to slow it down. You're going to turn it into 4th down and 1. All right.
This is tough to stop in high school football.
Indeed. So Romano gets maybe a yard. Clock ticks. 6:20 to go here. 4th down and a yard for Springfield. Wing to the right, O'Donnell. Romano's your fullback. They'll give it to the tailback. This is Googler with room off the right side. 1st down, Sam Milligan there to meet him, but he goes for a ride inside the 25-yard line. 1st down, Springfield, as they pick up 7 or 8 there. Nicely done.
Yep.
Googler, and follow your big guy, right? Big 70, Klembara.
Follow your big guy and run a regular play rather than something to get the yard and maybe catch him off, as everybody's pinching inside to try to stop the run up the middle, and that's exactly what happened.
All right, fresh set of downs here for the Cougars just outside the Panther red zone here at the 23-yard line. Wing to the left, O'Donnell. Googler's your tailback. He stands behind Romano. O'Donnell in motion to the near side. They go off the left side. Instead, it's Googler trips down to the 20, or maybe just shy of that for a short gain of 2. 2nd down and 8 upcoming, and this is what we were mentioning in the pregame. This is one way to slow down the Panther offense. Just keep them on the sideline, and if the Cougars can take 3, 4, 5 yards at a time, you're killing 2 birds with 1 stone here.
No doubt about it.
Springfield needs points, though, out of this drive, trying to take advantage of terrific field position. 2nd down and 8. Tight end to the left is Johnston. They go off the right side again. Googler with some running room, and then Faribaugh tracks him down and gets a hold of him by the shirt tail. Vince Hale's there to help as well. Gets it just inside the 20, I believe, here, and brings up 3rd down and about 6. Brian Minot will check in at tailback after Googler went for 3. 4 carries, 18 yards for Tyler Googler, one of the underclassmen that we mentioned in the pregame as well. He's a junior. He checks out. The senior is in the game now at tailback. That's Brian Minot. Still probably 4-down territory here. On 3rd down and 5, they go toss to the near side. Minot with some running room and has himself a 1st down, I believe. They're going to mark him down just outside the 10-yard line. Give him 8 more and another Cougar 1st down.
Haven's defense either needs a first-class stop for its 1st and goal, right? Yep.
Sticks on the ground on the far sideline. They'll put it right at the 10 on this near hash mark. 5:05 and counting. Oops, not counting. Oh, yeah, they do say start the clock. Okay. 5:05 to go here in the first quarter. But not same play. Toss to the near side, and Milligan comes up quickly that time and drags him out. No gain on the play. All right. And I think they're going to go. Okay, they're going to make an adjustment to the game clock, I believe.
Yep.
All right, so it'll take a second to square that away here. It'll be second down and goal to go as Milligan stops Minot on that same play. Good read that time by the free safety. Coming up fast. All right. Hold on. Now they're saying start the clock. Okay, Here we go. Clock rolling, 4:45 to go here in the first. And the counter to the left side. Lots of room for O'Donnell. He caught the Panthers off guard, and O'Donnell will take it on in for the second week in a row. Mike O'Donnell's on the board on the ground, and the Cougars strike first. 4:39 to play here in the opening quarter. 6-0 Springfield, taking advantage of a very short field. Well done.
Well, extremely well done. Without passing it, I mean, that's the key. Is that, I thought they have to go to the passing game to really get some yardage going, but they're doing it on the ground, and that's taking up time, and it puts Haven in a very difficult situation.
Panthers allow just over 3 yards per carry coming in, but this has been effective. Extra point from Sean Williams. Plenty of leg and right down the middle. 7-0 Springfield. Take a short time out, see if the Panthers can answer when we come back on havenfootball.net.
Welcome to Allstate, where everyone saves when they bundle their home and auto insurance. Isn't that right, Frank?
I saved 25%. Booyah.
You protected your casa?
Sure did.
And the Frank tank?
You know it.
And now you're relaxing.
I'm working from home.
Sure you are. Save up to 25% when you bundle home and auto with Allstate.
Your local Allstate agent is Steve Taub in media. Give him a call at 610-566-3500.
This is Keith Jackson. You're listening to High School Football right here on Haven Football.
4:39 to go here at George L. King Field in first quarter action. Springfield 7, Strath Haven 0. The Cougars take advantage of a short field. Mike O'Donnell's 10-yard run has Springfield on top. Austin Connor will field the kickoff at the 10-yard line. Looking for room up the near hash, sheds one tackle, spin move out near the 30. I don't know, they'll give him quite the 30-yard line, but good pursuit there by the Springfield special teams. Number 42, Matt Klein, in the mix on the tackle. And from the 29, Panthers was with much better starting field position than their first shot at it. But second week in a row, the Strath Haven offense staring at a deficit early in the game. Milligan under center. Wing to the left is James Fisher. On first down, this is Anthony Crawford, who burrows his way across the 30 out to about the 32, maybe 33. 4-yard gain for Crawford. And this, believe it or not, for the Panthers is, we talk all about it. They're averaging 8 yards a carry. They've had big play after big play, most of it in the running game. This might be a, 3 or 4 yards in a cloud of dust type game. This might turn into a weight room kind of game with a lot of patience. Here, second down and 6. Wing to the left again is James Fisher, and they sweep to Fisher, little bit of running room off the edge, and he'll push out to about the 35. It'll bring up 3rd and 4. So good pursuit again by the Springfield defense. The corner came up, held the edge. That's Mike Turner, wearing number 30. And 3rd and about 5 here.
Yeah, the problem is when you play a lot of teams and you pretty much have your way with them when you're blocking, and then you hit people that don't give up so quickly, and you can't overwhelm so easily. It's an experience, but they'll get it together. They got some big meat up in front on both sides of that line.
Klembara checks in at defensive tackle. 3rd down and 4. Motion man is Fuskas. Then the rollout again to the left is Milligan. He floats it out, and here's Crawford in the flat. First catch of the season, has him out near midfield. And 16, 17 yards later, the Panthers with a little breathing room and a first down.
Yeah, that was a great first pass. I mean, again, when you don't pass that much, you tend to see receivers open.
Well, and this is a nice adjustment there by Milligan, who had his first pass attempt batted down in that
Right.
same manner. This time he just floated it a little more air under it, and wide open was Crawford for a gain of 17. From the 49 now on first down. This is James Fisher with a little bit of room. Tries to go airborne, but couldn't get much going there. Just a yard off that side. Second down and 9 upcoming. So James Fisher, the sophomore, had a game-changing play when they met earlier in the season. It was 14-7 Strath Haven in the second quarter, and then suddenly Springfield, with that touchdown, gained some momentum and then kicked it off to James Fisher 94 yards later. The Panthers were up by 2 scores again. Here's second down and 9. From the Springfield 48, toss to this near side. This is running room for Anthony Crawford, and he'll be stood up at about the 44. Bring up third down and about 5. So Crawford picks up 4 more. 18 yards on 4 carries thus far. Actually, give him the 43. So, see what the Panthers can drum up here with 1:59 and counting to play here in the first quarter. Springfield 7, Strath Haven nothing, but the Panthers on the move here from the Springfield 43. Fuskas wing to the right. Fisher and Crawford in the backfield. This is Milligan going straight up the middle, and he found a spot right there and said, yeah, that's just good senior experience right there. He said, I'll take it myself down to the 35. 8 yards on a quarterback dive. Well done by Milligan to move the chains.
And they get away with that frequently. It's because the front line is very strong, and Milligan is extremely strong as a running back.
And Smart just seeing a gap there. Nobody over the center that time. Milligan says, I'll take 8 and set up first down and 10 from the 35. Milligan to Fuskas, who has troubled in the backfield there. Nice job crashing in. Did not see who that was. That was number 9, actually, the linebacker, Jack Lemon, who was belly down in the backfield, but it was enough to change the timing there, and well done there by Lemon to disrupt the sweep to the near side. Second down and just 9 to go after just a yard for Fuskas. Clock continues to tick. We're inside a minute to play now in the first quarter. Strath Haven 2nd and 9 from the Springfield 34. Fuskas and Crawford in the backfield. Tight end split a little bit to the left. They go off the right side. This is Austin Connor. He'll push his way down near the 30, just shy of that. And still a gain of just 3. So Panthers gonna need to chip away, huh?
Well, they're not used to that. They're used to that big breakout play, so we'll see how they handle it.
3rd and 6 upcoming. After Connor's first carry of the day goes for 4. Clock ticks, 13 seconds, 12 seconds and counting to go here in the opening quarter. Panthers split the tight end with Faribault to the outside, and they'll go off this near side. Fuskas' second, third effort. He's going to drive the pile near first down yardage. I think he's going to be a hair shy, but they're going to flip sides of the field and try it again to start the second quarter. Panthers will have 4th and 1 when we come back. Springfield 7, Strath Haven nothing in the early going, but second quarter action just moments away here on havenfootball.net.
Your car is probably your second biggest investment, and AMF Auto Clinic in Brookhaven wants to keep that investment in tip-top shape. AMF Auto Clinic has been maintaining automobiles since 1961, and they take pride in their work and in keeping your car in perfect running order. From inspections to general maintenance and repair, you can trust your auto investment to AMF Auto Clinic in Brookhaven. Call for an appointment today at 610-872-2167.
Hi, everyone. This is Greg Murphy from the Phillies broadcast team, where high school football never sounded so good, right here at havenfootball.net.
Welcome back. Second quarter action ready to get going here. Brian Carroll on play-by-play. Mike Mayer, Andrew Kauffman, and Pete Fulginiti joining the broadcast. Thanks again to Mike Clancy. Fantastic work with the camera all season long. Strath Haven trailing 7-0 as we begin the second stanza. 26 yards away from tying this perhaps, but in the meantime, they got one shot to do it here. 4th down and a yard. 4th and 1 from the 26. Everybody in the box here for Springfield. T formation, give is to Crawford. Up the middle he goes, he's got it. First down, pushes down near the 20-yard line. Give him about 4 or 5, and Crawford slams his way to another first down. Cole Miller checks out. Gavin Pilson checks in at guard, and they'll spot it at the 21. Well done there for Crawford. He's starting to get things going. 5 carries for 22 yards. Again, nothing spectacular, but hey, 3-4 yards a time. This is what it may be today against a tough Springfield front. Rolling to his right is Milligan on first down, looking, steps away from 1 man, 2 men, across the 20 he goes, lowers the shoulder, and he'll make something out of nothing there. Looked like they had Milligan hemmed in, and in the meantime, I think he'll get to the 15-yard line, or maybe just shy of it.
It looks like they were putting him at
more
14.
Yeah. More than that, okay, the 14. Well done there, Sam, picking up 7 on the rollout. Milligan had over 100 yards rushing on just 5 carries when they met the first time, but that was kind of
running back.
Kind of a sneak attack.
Yeah.
They put him in there at running back. It was the first time we'd seen him all year at running back, and jet sweep was cooking that night. Here, second down and about 2. In the backfield is Connor, and it's Crawford instead, and he goes right into the arms of 78, and Billy Brown lost his helmet. He's going to have to come out for a play. That's not good, and I guess it'll kick Cole Miller to tackle. So Brown, the left tackle, has to come out, and no gain there for Crawford as big 78 in the backfield quickly. That's Gus Bryan. So
it came up from behind him, pulled him around the waist, and dropped him. And that's great because it's a no gainer. Could have been a loss. It may have been a little bit of a loss. We're just not going to register it.
All right, from the 14, Panthers will try again. Tight end to the far side, Ryan Weinberg. Fire ball to the near side, T formation behind Milligan. Off the right side, this is Austin Connor. He'll bang his way inside the 10 and down near the 6. Well done right there by Austin Connor, picking up 8 off the right side, and another Panther first down. Sticks on the ground on the far sideline. Goal to go now here for the Panthers with 10:50 and counting to play here in the first half.
No, this has been a methodical drive so far.
It started at their own 29-yard line. Ball on the 7 here. Fisher in the backfield with Anthony Crawford. Wing to the right is Fuskis. This is Fisher. Room off the right side momentarily, and he's going to be wrapped up and stopped at about the 5. So 2 more for James Fisher. Gets them a little bit closer. Second and goal from the 5. Clock ticks.
He had an opening. I don't know whether he wasn't sure of the hole or whether it just closed on him quickly, but he looked like he had some green ahead of him and either slowed down or wasn't too sure which way to go, or Springfield just filled it very, very quickly.
Springfield's defense pursuing very, very well so far today. They've played outstanding football in the course of this 6-game win streak. Here, second and goal from the 5. Under center, Milligan. It's Crawford off the left side, head of steam, and he'll drive his way into the end zone for a touchdown. Anthony Crawford, his 26th touchdown of the season, and the Panthers now with a chance to tie. Tim Steyer's extra point pending. Well, again, this might not be your sort of ESPN highlight film kind of day. It's going to be 3, 4, 5 at a time against a stingy Springfield defense. Milligan to hold. Evan Menaker will snap it. Tim Steyer trying to get it tied. Ball spotted. Kick is away. Plenty long enough and right down Broadway. Steyer drills it, and we are knotted at 7. 9:52 to go here in the first half. Springfield and Strath Haven in a barn burner. Stick with us on havenfootball.net.
Looking for pre-K childcare with an emphasis on learning? Ducklings Early Learning Center is available for children 6 weeks to 5 years old, within 1 block of Nether Providence Elementary School, on Moore Road in Wallingford. At Ducklings, our college-educated teachers create a safe, nurturing educational environment in our beautiful facility. Call Ducklings today for an appointment at 610-936-9400.
This is Merrill Reese, voice of the Philadelphia Eagles, where high school football never sounded so good, right here at havenfootball.net.
Anthony Crawford's 5-yard scoring run has knotted the game at 7. Strath Haven will kick it away to Springfield here with 9:52 to go here in the first half. Tim Steyer has it teed and ready to go. high end-over-end kick. This is going to come down to number 25, Luke Valerio. I'm sorry, this is the other Valerio, Vinny Valerio. Number 11, stepping away from one man, flags everywhere. I think this is coming way back. There's laundried back at the 20-yard line and looks to be in the back and perhaps even further. So, all right, we'll see. There's 3 flags on the play. There's one at the 20. There's another one back at the 6. So we'll see, and it's going to be
blocking the back.
Blocking the back against Springfield as we'll see what happened to that other flag inside the 6. That one might be just picked up or maybe just fell out of a pocket. They're going to march it back from the 20 all the way back to the 10-yard line. So long field here for Springfield with 9:44 to go here in the first half. So we'll keep an eye out. It looks like Aiden Kreit is back in the huddle here for the Cougars, so good sign there to have their leading receiver back. Panther defense trying to force a short gain or less here and try to tilt the field and get good field position as they have the Cougars pinned now. Give inside is the fullback, Nate Romano. The sophomore bumps his way across the 10 out to about the 14, maybe 15-yard line. So Romano picks up 5 and a little more breathing room for the Cougars. And we mentioned this the first time around when these teams met in September. Offensive assistant for the Cougars this year is longtime Interborough coach Steve Lennox. And you look at this offense and you say, boy, this looks like a lot like Interborough, doesn't it? They have fullback dive, counter. It looks good, and it's been effective for Coach Lennox for a long time. All right, here we go. Tailback, this is Minot on 2nd and 5. Off the left side for a couple. Austin Connor wraps him up shy of the 20, maybe to the 17. It'll bring up 3rd down and about 3. So we'll see what Coach Springfield can draw up here. But Coach Lennox is your 2nd winningest coach in Delaware County history in terms of total wins. And again, good to see him on the field pregame.
This is an important stop for both teams.
3rd and 3. Springfield trying to keep the ball in their hands here. Split to the far side is Aiden Kreit. They give it to the tailback. This is Googler into the arms of Fuskus and dropped. I think, though, it's going to be just shy of the 20. Just shy. You're going to be 4th and probably less than a yard when they spot this. 4th and a foot, maybe. So, from their 19-yard line, I think Springfield goes for it here.
Boy, they got to make it. If they have a fumble or any kind of bobble, boy, that's going to be a disaster to give the ball over on the 20-yard line to the Panthers.
Googler picked up 2 3/4 there.
Timeout, I guess they're going to measure.
Measurement. All right, that's fair enough for the coaching staff to ask for that, to say, are we going for it? Exactly how far do we have to get?
Right.
With 8:03 to go before halftime. Panther defense has been tested up front here. Not being gashed by any stretch. Springfield with just 54 yards total offense, all of it on the ground so far on 14 carries.
Oh, looks like, a little short.
Yeah, 4th and a foot and a half maybe.
See, they could have just asked you.
Yeah,
you said
right.
that.
That's right. All right.
And I'm sure these guys would have preferred to have asked you than do a measurement. So
that buys the offense a little time here to talk things over.
Right.
Defense as well. Jason Williams and Ben Faribault likely to have their hands full. My guess is they're coming up the middle or following Big 70 off that right side. We'll see. I formation dotted by Googler. Wing to the right is O'Donnell. Fullback is Romano. He needed a foot, and I think he's got it.
Yep, I'd say.
Didn't get very much, but he got it across the 20 to the 21, and that's enough for a yard and a half and a first down. Well done for Springfield, just to keep the ball in their hands, and at the very least, you'd think they're going to milk a couple more minutes off this second quarter clock, tied at 7. Strath Haven will receive the second half kickoff, remember.
Right.
But, of course, both teams with plenty of time on the clock here and looking to get some more points on the board in the meantime. Aiden Kreit split to the right. Wing right is O'Donnell. Minot is your tailback. They toss it to him, looking for room off this left side, and nothing doing. A.J. Klavicek turned him inside and right into the arms of Anthony Crawford, who arrived in ill humor. Minot tackled uncomfortably, let's say, at the 21-yard line. No gain on the play. 2nd down and 10. Clock continues to run. 7:08 and counting to play here in the first half. Springfield and Strath Haven tied at 7, looking for a chance to play Westchester Ruston next weekend. Wing to the right, O'Donnell. Minot is your tailback again. They fake it to him, and rolling to his right is Rama. He's under heavy pressure, loses the football, and does well to fall back on it. Nice job by Austin Connor. Give him a sack and forced fumble as Rama has to pounce on it back at the 17-yard line. Loss of 4 on the play, and you're looking at 3rd and 14. Good work there by Austin Connor off the edge.
Well, that was a heck of a defensive play, and it's it's going to make it very. Obviously, Springfield has to get the first down here, or they're going to have to punt. They can't take a chance unless they get it to within a foot of a first down.
All right.
Big play again.
7:17 and counting to play here in the first half. 3rd down and 14. Rama back to pass off a play fake. Under pressure, rolling to his right, fires to the flat. It's caught by Kreit. He's going to be well short of the first down. Ridden out of bounds there by Marco Kauffman. He'll pick up yardage to about the 22, but still brings up 3rd down and about 10. So a short gain there for Kreit.
4th down.
4th down, I'm sorry.
That's all right.
4th and long, and the Panther defense looking to return the favor here. Springfield, remember, started the game by punting it deep into Strath Haven territory. They turned it into a short field a little later and scored. Strath Haven has their return men just on their side of the 50, and Johnston steps into a low line drive kick, takes a hop. It'll be Chase Nangle with some running room to the near side, 50, 45, 44-yard line, and the Panthers in good shape now with 7:57 to play here in the first half. Chase Nangle with a 12-yard punt return has the Panthers on Springfield's side of the 50. Mentioned a moment ago, it's Westchester Ruston who will be the opponent next week for either Springfield or Strath Haven. If Strath Haven prevails, Ruston's on the road coming here. If it goes the other way, Springfield goes out to Route 926 in Westchester, and they're trying to get the clock squared away here. And just signaling upstairs here to get the game clock reset. Panthers scored on their last possession, a 71-yard scoring drive. Here, don't have as far to go as they'll snap it from the Springfield 44. Still waiting for the referee to clarify the time clock. Lets the Springfield sideline know where we stand. And here we go. All right, Panthers break the huddle in their familiar wing tee. Crawford and Fuskas in the backfield. James Fisher wing to the left. On first down, they play fake back to passes. Milligan evades the rush and has all sorts of room off the left side. 40, 35, first down yardage. Steps through a tackle at the 30, and Sam Milligan banged out of bounds inside the 25-yard line. Sam Milligan rips off 20 more, and he's fired up over there. Little energy from the crowd as Milligan takes 20 on first down.
First really big play of the game, huh?
That's their biggest gainer for sure. Crawford and Connor each with 8-yard runs before that. But Sam Milligan now with 27 yards on 4 carries, some of that affected by a sack that he took in the first quarter. Here, 1st and 10 from the 23, they'll spot it. Wing to the left is Austin Connor. On first down, the give is to Crawford. Up the middle he goes, exploding into the secondary. Crawford will take it down inside the 5 to the 1. Anthony Crawford for 22. And it's 1st and goal for the Panthers.
That was a heck of a play. We're watching on a replay right now. Right up the gut, slipped in through and barely got trapped before he got into the end zone.
Anthony Crawford now with 49 yards on his 8 carries. Touchdown saving tackle momentarily there for Springfield. But the Panthers now 4 cracks at it from the 1. Milligan under center. Milligan will take it himself. Drive underneath the pile and no signal just yet. There it is. Touchdown Strath Haven. Milligan and Crawford take 44 yards in just 3 plays. And the Panthers have themselves their first lead of the ball game.
Well, that's more of what we kind of were hoping for, but it needed to happen. And I got to tell you, part of it may just be, Haven tends to wear people down. Now we'll see what Springfield come back and do.
Now Springfield just jumped, and this is usually where it's a question mark for Coach Connor. Yeah, they're going to say, okay, All right, so Coach Clancy has done this a few times. Springfield jumps off sides on the prior to the snap, and now going half the distance to goal. Coach Clancy wants to go for it, go for a 2-point try here. 13-7 is your score, and now a 2-point try coming in. Jackson Jeremiah and Carter Law back in the game on the offensive line. Milligan will go under center here with the game clock being adjusted here, but Milligan on a 2-point try. This is Fuskas off the left side and in for a 2-point try. Strath Haven 15, Springfield 7, midway through the second quarter. Glad you're joining us live or on the archive. See if Springfield can answer when we come back on havenfootball.net.
Selling or buying a home is serious business, and for serious business, the key to your success.
Okay, we're back because my commercial didn't work. We'll try it again.
Okay, talk it up, Mike. I'm finishing up our tweet here.
Okay. Well, it was a heck of a drive. It's now 15-7 on a 2-point conversion. We're just about ready to kick off the ball. It was a heck of a drive from the 29-yard line, was it, from the start?
No, this was a short drive from the 44.
Oh, from the 44, that's right. Here we go.
Steyer, end-over-end kick. It's going to come down to Vinny Valerio. Looking for room at the 15. Turns to the Springfield sideline. Has the edge momentarily, and Fuskas runs him out of bounds out near the 35. We'll see where they spot it on that far sideline. You were saying, Mike, this is a nice little rebound here for the Panthers. We're going to say 5:10 to play here in the first
Well, I think the real value of the rebound is we can see that the Haven defense come alive and really stop Springfield from scoring in this what could be their last possession of the first half.
All right, so game clock being kept on the field. We'll do our best to keep you posted here. 1st and 10 for Springfield at their own 35-yard line. We think there's about 5:10 to play here in the first half. Minot goes in motion. They toss it to him, looking for him off the right side. Cuts back and then trips over the line of scrimmage, basically. And he'll fall forward for a gain of just 1. So unfortunate cut there for Minot. The Turf Monster bit him at the 35. They'll put it about the 37. 2nd down and 8 upcoming. So clock still being worked on up here. And 2nd down and 8 as the game clock being adjusted here next to us. All right, 2nd down and 8. Double wing this time. Fullback is Romano back. 3-step drop is Crate. Rama fires to Crate on the outside. Crate takes a man for a ride out to the midfield stripe. Gain of 13 rather, and a 1st down. So 2 completions now for Rama, both of them to his senior favorite target, Aiden Crate.
Now, that's the play that concerns me the most, because I think, if I'm Springfield, I keep doing that till Haven figures out a way to stop it.
All right. At the 50. And another pause momentarily here. Okay. Springfield with Aiden Crate, single receiver to the right. O'Donnell, wing to the right. They give on the stretch play and going nowhere. In fact, backwards goes Googler. Big Ben Faribaugh shooting through the line that time. He'll lose a yard. Bring up 2nd down and 11. So the Panther run defense starting to tighten the screws just a bit.
Yep, I'm a little surprised. Again, if I'd been Springfield, I would have thrown it again and again and again.
Okay.
We'll see.
We'll see what they drum up here. And
right.
Officials are keeping time down on the field. Clock ticks after that last run. We're about midway through the second. We're a little further than midway through the second quarter. Under center is Rama on 2nd and 11. They go option pitch to the right side. Googler is met again by Faribaugh. Boy, he moves well, doesn't he? For a big guy, just tracked that down from the off side of the field. And Ben stops Googler after a yard. Back to the original line of scrimmage, brings up 3rd down and 10.
No, this is the defense that Haven wants. If they can put a stop here.
Jason Williams checks out. Third down and about 10 to go here for Springfield. Googler out. Minot in at tailback as Jake Rama brings in the play. Panthers with a nickel look. Shane Green into the game here. So they stack coverage over on the far sideline with Crite, and now you'll get a timeout, Springfield, to talk things over. All right, we'll take a short timeout with them, see if we can't figure out what's going on here clockwise, but in the meantime, Strath Haven 15, Springfield 7, late in the second quarter when we come back on havenfootball.net.
Selling or buying a home is serious business, and for serious business the key to your success is to work with an experienced agent. Sandy McCulley has over 20 years of real estate experience and is a seller representative specialist as well as a certified residential specialist. Sandy specializes in Delaware County real estate. Sandy conveniently works out of the Media Berkshire Hathaway Home Marketing Center in Media. Let Sandy's experience be your advantage in today's multifaceted real estate market. Give Sandy a call at 610-368-6641.
This is Merrill Reese, voice of the Philadelphia Eagles, and you're listening to high school football right here on havenfootball.net.
Welcome back to George L. King Field. Shotgun spread look on 3rd and 10 here for Springfield. They trail 15-7. 3rd and 10 from midfield. Rama with 3 receivers left, looks out to his right, steps up in the pocket, has a little bit of room momentarily, and Big Ben's got him again.
Wow.
Down he goes, loses half a yard. You're going to get a flag on the play as well. So you're looking at holding against Springfield. You could turn this into 3rd down and 20-something, or do you decline the penalty? Yeah, Strath Haven, I think, will decline and say, yeah, punt it to us and see what we can do with about 2 minutes remaining in the second quarter. So they're still working on the clock here. But call it no gain on the run for Rama as he did inch back to the line of scrimmage. But big play by Ben Faribault. Just a terrific series for Big 89.
I was going to say his 3rd good play in a row.
They're going to have to find a way, if you're Springfield, to account for 89. All right.
They're going to have 89 in their dreams tonight on Springfield's side if they're not careful.
2:58 to play in the...
Do we have a timeout for Springfield here?
Timeout, Strath Haven.
Strath Haven.
After the sack.
Okay. So 2:58. Strath Haven now with 2 timeouts still in their pocket. 2:58 to go here in the first half. Strath Haven stands to get the football, but could be deep in their own territory here as Ryan Johnston will look to pin the Panthers deep. Nangle and Milligan await at the 15-yard line. Johnston awaits the punt snap.
Good spot
just
for
inside his 40.
Good spot for a fake.
All right, they snap it, and Johnson lets it go. Off the side of his foot, angling to the far sideline, takes a terrific Springfield roll inside the 15, the 10, and down at about the 6-7 yard line. Well done by Johnston, who has tilted the field twice now today and did the same last week in the 42-7 whitewashing of Phoenixville, which got Springfield their first playoff win in a couple years a week ago. And now the Springfield defense wants to keep Strath Haven in check, obviously. 94 yards to pay dirt here for the Panthers.
Oh, they need
roughly 2:40 to go.
A heck of a breakout or a pass. We'll see.
Right. 2:47 to go here in the second quarter. Tight end to the right is Weinberg. Wing to the right is Fuskas. On first down from the 6-yard line, give is to Austin Connor. They go off that side and not much doing. Nice work by Johnston, O'Donnell, and friends. Maybe a yard for Austin. Brings up 2nd down and 9.
Not the breakout I was looking for, but I'm sure not the breakout they were looking for either.
Just a little breathing room here. Yep. Panthers, remember, will get the football to start the second half. So my guess is they may play this a little more safely.
Right. Plus, they're in a terrible field position, so
still 2 timeouts. Still 2 timeouts for the Panthers here, but looking to milk the clock and move it at the same time here. Give back to pass is Milligan. He will throw it. He'll fire to the near side. It is juggled and caught by incomplete. All right. So
they had who's 80?
Weinberg.
Weinberg was deep and open, but he never saw him.
Well, in the meantime, clock stops. So this is exactly the risk of the pass.
Yep.
At that point, you know, you don't pick up anything on 3rd and 9 here. You're looking to punt it right back to Springfield, who will get the ball near midfield, presumably. So Panthers come up empty on 2nd down there, and now decision time for Coach Clancy. Do you put it on the ground and force Springfield to use a timeout, or take a shot here on 3rd and 9 from your own 7? Good pass rush from Springfield that time as well. Hard count from Milligan, and
There's
that will
5.
buy them a little freebie.
Yep.
Good time for that. It'll be 3rd down and 4 now, and possibly a very different play call. So another costly penalty here for Springfield. Their 2nd offsides penalty. The first one resulted in what turned into a 2-point conversion for the Panthers, giving them this 8-point lead. Cole Miller jogs in the play. And Milligan and the Panthers now across their 10-yard line. 3rd and 4 from about the 12. Give is to Crawford. Up the middle he goes for a few. 2nd, 3rd effort. He's going to be a yard or 2 shy. To the 15 it goes for Crawford, and now you're looking at fourth down and probably punt time here.
It's a long one, or maybe a solid one. It's going to be who took the timeout?
It's probably going to be Springfield
Yes,
calling
they
time.
did.
All right, so Anthony Crawford, 52 yards rushing on his 9 attempts and 1 touchdown. But now Springfield calls timeout, and the Panthers with 4th down and about a yard and a half to go.
How gutsy of a call is it to try to make the 1st down here?
Well,
that's really, with the Springfield moving the ball as well as they are, boy, I don't think I want to give it back to them on the 18.
Well, and a punt snap here today, and punt snap and kicking with the wind at your back at the moment.
Yep.
Quick shout out to Uncle Ed out in Colorado listening to the game, watching the game today.
Good for him.
Just got a text. Good for all of us who are watching. If you can't get here in person, then hope you're tuning in. This has been a tight game here and a lot of fun through the first almost 2 full quarters. Strath Haven with not sure exactly how much time is left. We have a malfunction on the scoreboard clock, so we're somewhere in the neighborhood of, I don't know, under 2 minutes, just under 2 minutes.
1 minute.
Panthers will go 4th and 1.
Wow.
T formation here from their own 15. Milligan
Just going to try.
turns. And now, what do we got? Timeout Strath Haven, I believe. All right, yep. Tried to pull them off sides. It didn't go, and now I think the punt team's coming on here. And, yep, no question about it.
Boy, that would have been an Eagles move, I'll tell you, if he had gone for that 1st down.
Well, different part of the field, maybe you try it.
No, if you were out the 50, absolutely. But at the 20, I don't think so.
Yeah.
15, actually.
Panthers will punt it away and then trust their defense for the next minute and change here. Mike O'Donnell awaits the punt on the Strath Haven side of the 50. Sam Milligan standing just in front of his goal line awaiting the snap from Evan Menaker. Snap is a good one. Milligan lets it go.
Ooh.
Here's a wobbler angling towards O'Donnell, who fields it at the 50-yard line, who steps away from a man and steps out of bounds at the near sideline, takes a big hit, and then if that hit was out of bounds,
boy.
well, now you really have to trust your defense. The return takes it to the 36, and you're going to tack on 15 more here for a late hit. And Panthers, they might have thought, boy, maybe we should have gone for it. Now you're giving them the ball essentially at almost the same spot if you had gone for it and not made it.
Well,
at this point,
you can't count on the penalty, obviously,
No,
but my goodness.
The net here is 1st and 10 for Springfield at the Strath Haven 20 when the time they march this off. All right, well, here we are. I don't know exactly how much time is left here in the first half. It's a minute and change. Springfield, I think, is out of timeouts, right? They've used all 3, I believe.
Yes.
Okay.
No,
So
I'm sorry.
they
I
have
show
one
one left.
Okay. All right. 1:30 to go. Okay, 1:30 to go here before halftime. The Cougars with 1 timeout and an I formation behind Jake Rama. They shift now. Receivers are split to either side. Johnston tight end to the left, wing to the left, Romano, and they give it to Minot. Looking for room up the middle, and he'll go nowhere. No gain on the play, and guess who on the stop? Ben Faribault has had himself a whale of a second quarter. 2nd down and 10 upcoming as Minot goes nowhere. Clock continues to tick. Probably approaching a minute or so to go here before halftime. Aiden Kreit split to the far side. Play fake and back to pass is Rama looking. He fires to the flat, has a man in the flat. This is Romano. Inside the 10, he's bumped out of bounds. Inside the 10.
No, not out of bounds.
Okay, no, they said stop the clock now. Oh,
okay.
But you got a flag on the play. I think someone was holding Ben Faribault.
Well, who would hold Ben Faribault?
Well, they didn't
He's
hold him.
hardly a threat.
They didn't hold him on the last 4 plays, and he just
tore him apart.
All right. So they're going to march this back to the 30. So instead of 1st and goal from the 7, another costly penalty for Springfield turns it into 2nd down from the 30.
Are they moving the ball? Or there we go.
All right. Here we go. 50 seconds to go here in the first half from the 30. And Springfield will try it again. All right, Panthers trying to figure out personnel-wise what they want to do defensively here. The Springfield offense does give you a lot to think about.
We just marked off more
They
yardage?
just marked it off to the 15. All right.
It was a chop block penalty, so 15 yards.
Chop block. Thank you, Andrew.
Okay.
We just assumed holding, but chop block, yeah, that's extra dangerous. So give it a 15-yarder. Back to the 35 now. So 2nd down and 25. All right. We're at about 50 seconds to play here in the first half. Springfield with a longer way to go now. Wing right is O'Donnell. Under center is Rama. They toss, and then a counter coming this way on the reverse. This is Aiden Kreit looking for room with the 35. Panthers contain it very well. Chase Nangle drops him at the 30-yard line with a nice tackle to undercut him. Kreit on the reverse for 5, and it brings up 3rd down and 20. Panthers read that very well.
Yeah. And the coaches above us were screaming.
Brady
Revert.
Sweeney checks in at wide receiver for the Cougars. He's split to the bottom of the screen. They bunch 3 receivers to the right. 3rd down and 20. Back is Rama looking as the rush in front of him. Crawford coming from the backside. Rama trying to get away. Eyes still downfield, but they got him back inside the 30. Ball came out. Let's see. Anthony Crawford with a sack. And then we'll check to see if the ball came out as well. Rama slow to get up on top of that. Yeah, he's
one of the
in
few
trouble.
guys that could have caught him was Crawford.
And Crawford did catch him, and much to Springfield's dismay, Rama is not getting up. All right, we are inside of a minute to play, and
it looks like
I think that was it. All right, that was it for the half, and in the meantime, concern for Springfield here for their senior quarterback as Crawford tracks him down, drops him back at the 30-yard line for a sack. And in the meantime, Strath Haven will hustle to the locker room leading 15-7 and will receive that second half kickoff. So at halftime, we have a combined band effort with Springfield and Strath Haven marching units on the field together for at least part of the performance. We will try to track down some scores from the Lehigh Valley. A lot of games going on there today, some this afternoon, some later tonight. And, of course, we'll recap a few scores from last night around District 1. But in the meantime, we'll have Pete, Andrew, and Mike to chat a little bit along with the band performance. So stick with us. Thanks again to our fantastic sponsors. We'll be back in just a moment, I believe. Or are we dishing it off? We're going to keep it right here? Okay. Okay, so we'll keep it right here for the moment.
Just wait for him to do these.
And in just a moment, we're going to hand it off to as the bands make their way onto the field here, we will hand this off to Strath Haven Band Director Nick Pignataro to explain and introduce what's going on the field in front of us. And thanks again to Mike Clancy for the work with the camera. Just waiting for the Springfield coaches to make their way off the field, and then I'll get the signal from Mr. Pignataro when the band is ready. But in the meantime, terrific first half of action here. Strath Haven, 122 total yards to Springfield 77. And both teams not much going in the passing game. Panthers 1 for 3 for 17 yards. Springfield 2 of 3 for 18 yards. Most of the damage for both teams on the ground. And again, tight game. Certainly much better than what we had going in week 4, where Strath Haven eventually ground out a 41-14 victory. So in the meantime, we're going to dish this off to and introduce Mr. Nick Pignataro, who will introduce the combined Springfield and Strath Haven marching units for your halftime show.
Good afternoon. Onto the field comes the combined performance of the Springfield High School and Strath Haven High School marching bands. Today's show highlights community in our Delaware County home while honoring America's veterans and the values they fight to protect. The Springfield High School Band opens today's performance with a salute to rock and roll with Twist and Shout. This is the combined bands of Strath Haven and Springfield. The Panther Band takes you back to 1986 with Rocky Balboa training and climbing mountains in the film Rocky IV. The Panther Band brings this John Cafferty tune to life with the power ballad, Hearts on Fire. The Strath Haven and Springfield bands met in the middle of the field in 2001 in a gesture of peace, following the events of September 11th. We continue that tradition today with that very same song, honoring our nation's veterans and the values they protect. Heavy rain changed our Veterans Day celebration plans yesterday, but today we thank the veterans and their families who are in this stadium, in our communities, and living and stationed around the globe. This is the combined band of Strath Haven and Springfield High Schools performing Irving Berlin's God Bless America. The combined band of Strath Haven and Springfield High Schools honoring our nation's veterans with God Bless America. The Springfield band is led by band director Mark Stanford and assistants Evan Gibson and Carolyn Cuesta. The guard instructor is Jen Smith. The Panther band is under the direction of assistant band director Haley Lombard, instrumentalist instructor Allison Williams, and drumline instructor Gustin Rudolph. Kelly Caulfield directs the band front with silks instructor Aria Boris, dance team instructor Gigi Iannello, and dance line instructor Valerie Schliga. Student teaching assistants are Elizabeth Marino and Erica Westcott. For the Panther band, I'm Nick Pignataro. Have a great evening and let's go Panthers!
Welcome to Allstate, where everyone saves when they bundle their home and auto insurance. Isn't that right, Frank?
I saved 25%. Booyah.
You protected your casa?
Sure did.
And the Frank tank?
You know it.
And now you're relaxing.
I'm working from home.
Sure you are. Save up to 25% when you bundle home and auto with Allstate.
Your local Allstate agent is Steve Taub in media. Give him a call at 610-566-3500. Your car is probably your second biggest investment, and AMF Auto Clinic in Brookhaven wants to keep that investment in tip-top shape. AMF Auto Clinic has been maintaining automobiles since 1961, and they take pride in their work and in keeping your car in perfect running order. From inspections to general maintenance and repair, you can trust your auto investment to AMF Auto Clinic in Brookhaven. Call for an appointment today at 610-872-2167.
Looking for pre-K child care with an emphasis on learning? Ducklings Early Learning Center is available for children 6 weeks to 5 years old, within 1 block of Nether Providence Elementary School, on Moore Road in Wallingford. At Ducklings, our college-educated teachers create a safe, nurturing educational environment in our beautiful facility. Call Ducklings today for an appointment at 610-936-9400.
This is Merrill Reese, voice of the Philadelphia Eagles, where high school football never sounded so good, right here at havenfootball.net.
Okay, welcome back to George L. King Field. We've got about 4.5 minutes left of halftime with the Panthers leading, as you can see on our scoreboard as I put it up, 15-7. It's been a heck of a great first half. Pete, what's your thoughts?
Well, Mike, it started out exactly like last week's game against Upper Merion. We went the whole first quarter without scoring a point. We were down 3-0. Today against Springfield, we're down 7-0 at the end of the first quarter. But then in the second quarter, the Haven Panthers decided to impersonate the Philadelphia Eagles and score all their points in the second quarter, and that's what they did. They started taking control of the running game. They started opening up little holes here and there, and they scored the 2 touchdowns, got the 2-point conversion because of a penalty, a 15-7 win, and 15-7 lead, and a much better second quarter.
Yeah, well, let's throw up some stats here on the first half. You know, we've got a evenly. I mean, you would think there's a 1 score difference, 1 touchdown score difference, obviously, with plus the 2-point conversion. So we got time possession is very, very similar. Actually, Springfield has a couple of minutes extra, but that would be expected. They had some longer drives. But total yardage, Haven is leading 122-77. Passing yards is even. Rushing yards, obviously, Haven is leading that. And first downs are very similar.
Yeah.
No turnovers for either team.
I want to bring something up. I don't know whether you caught this or not, but I did, and I think it's going to possibly come to fruition in the second half. Late in the first quarter, early in the second quarter, there was some wide runs by number 30, James Fisher. He's usually not in the game that early, but I think Coach Clancy saw the fact that the Springfield defense was crowding the line. They're bunching up for all our power runners, and I think he thought if we can get James Fisher outside, we'll open up those running lanes and give Crawford and Fuskas and all those guys more room up the middle. So, and I think it did help, definitely did help. So let's see if we get some James Fisher. I just think if he gets any time in the second half, he could break one because he is our fastest player. And I think Clancy knows that, and he was trying to get him involved more.
Well, I think first of all, Haven really bit a bullet at the end of the second half. You know, they ended up punting. They got a 15-yard penalty, so they ended up basically putting Springfield on the 20 of their own of Haven's 20-yard line. But boy, Springfield just shot themselves in the foot, had penalty after penalty.
Too many penalties.
And couldn't do much with getting in the end zone. But that was their opportunity to, if not tie the score up, to come within a point or so. And
they were down to the 7. And then the chop block brought it back to the 30, and that's where they stalled.
And then the defense started to key off on everybody and tackles for a sack. And, I mean, Crawford ran down their quarterback, probably the only guy in the team who could have done that. Because once he started taking off, he wasn't going to get caught.
I think when he landed
outside
on
of
him,
maybe
he hurt
Sam
him
Milligan.
a little bit.
Pardon me?
Apart from maybe Sam Milligan.
Apart from Sam Milligan, right. So, you know, it's Springfield had their chance to tie the score up. Now, of course, Haven's going to get the ball first. And if Haven manages to make a long drive, 10 to 15 plays, and score, boy, that's going to really put Springfield
this is one of the most
ball.
important second-half kickoffs for Haven. I mean, if they go down and score, this game's not over by far, but it would be such a great advantage. If they come 3 and out, and then Springfield gets a ball and scores, boy, it's going to be a barn burner going into the fourth quarter.
No doubt about it. No doubt about it. So we'll have to wait and see. I'm waiting for the teams to come on because I think we're just going to go. We could go to a commercial, but. Well, let's stay here.
There's not nearly enough to talk about after the break.
Well, we can actually.
We can talk about the Birds.
The Eagles are playing on
Eagles
Monday,
play Monday night.
And everybody's starting to call for them. When's the streak going to end?
I mean, you look at their schedule.
Yeah, you
do. After this Sunday, they have the Commanders this Sunday. Then after that, they have the Colts, who are not very good. And then after Thanksgiving, they host the Packers,
who aren't very
aren't
good.
playing very good football right now.
Right.
And then the next tightest game they probably have is the Titans.
That might be their toughest game.
That's the first game of December.
I
Then
believe.
you get into the divisional games where you have
The problem is that the guys who play on the game,
The Giants.
they can see all this stuff too, and I'm very concerned about keeping motivated because no matter how easy
why
you
would
think
they
a
not?
game's gonna
Why
be,
would they not be motivated? They want to continue to win. They want to win the
Because
Super
Eagles
Bowl.
year in and year out have tended to lose the games they should win and win the games they should lose.
Mike,
So-
Not this year.
well,
Mike,
I
they have 9
understand that.
games left. It's very hard to win the last 9 and make it 17-0.
I understand.
I don't think that's their purpose is to be healthy going into the playoffs. If you get the home field right all the way, all you got to do is win 1 game, and you're in the NFC title game at Lincoln Financial
You win
Field.
You win 2 games. You're in the Super Bowl.
You're in the Super Bowl. And
It's-
that should be their priority, not
Yeah.
winning 17 straight games.
Well, I understand. I want them to play good football. I don't
Yeah.
mind if you take on a professional team and they just have the game of their season and they beat you. Okay, all right.
I wouldn't mind a loss now. It's not the end of the world.
Right,
It doesn't
right.
hurt your playoffs
Right.
outlook at this point.
If it's only one.
If it's only one, yes.
Right. So
A loss is not the worst thing in the world, but no professional team, no professional athlete wants to lose a game.
No.
Athlete wants to lose a game.
I'm not saying 1-2. I'm saying
But-
it's tough to get motivated.
Yeah.
And when you think you're going to be playing downhill the whole game, and suddenly these guys come in and surprise you, whatever. You know me. I've been doing this
Yeah.
week after week. I'm so pessimistic.
Very
so fortunately, I'm
pessimistic.
very optimistic about the Panthers, and that's what really matters to me.
We know you're pessimistic about the Eagles.
So, Brian, you want to get on the headset, or we're
do
not
wanna-
going to go to commercial? We're just going to come right back. So we're playing it Saturday afternoon, Footloose and Fancy Free.
Oh, my.
And Mike, the
It's
Phillies,
just
I
the
just
wheels
saw
are
the
falling
Phillies.
off.
Yeah, they're over Paxton Hollow. They're on the 9th hole.
Oh, okay. That's
Okay.
good.
Okay.
That's good.
All right, so just a couple minutes to go here before the start of the second half. Still working on the game clock on the scoreboard, which seemed to be working during halftime, but now is
But they didn't have to turn it on and off
had a
all the
little.
time.
Well, has a little glitch again. So we'll see what that means. We'll do the best we can to keep you posted on how much time is left in the game, whether we have a scoreboard or not. What we do know are the results from last night. So a couple of other quarterfinal scores from last night, starting in 5A. Chester falls 30-12 to Plymouth Whitemarsh. So the 4-seed Colonials will march on to the semis to take on Upper Dublin, who was a 35-0 victor over Great Valley last night. So the top-seeded Flying Cardinals and top-ranked in the state of Pennsylvania, per the PA Football News, they will host their longtime Suburban One American Conference rival, Plymouth Whitemarsh, next Friday night, which should be a good one. On the other side of the bracket, and next week's opponent for the winner of today's game, Westchester Ruston avenged a loss to Kennett from earlier in the season. It was 10-7 at halftime. Actually, Ruston fell behind 7-0 as Kennett, or 7-3 rather, as Kennett scored on a fake field goal late in the second quarter. But Ruston marched down, scored very quickly before halftime, and win it running away 31-7. So Ruston trying to make a return trip to the district final. They'll be on the road next week here at Strath Haven or hosting Springfield, pending the result of this afternoon. In 6A, Garnet Valley escapes with a 30-27 victory over Springford in a wild game to watch last night. The Jags pull it out in overtime. The mistakes and missed opportunities for both teams, but Garnet Valley squeaks it out on the first play of overtime on their offensive side of the ball to win it 30-27. They will host Downingtown East, who hammered their local rival Downingtown West 34-9. So that's another team that avenged a regular season loss, got the win, bounced back after a close loss a couple weeks ago to the Whippets. So Downingtown East goes to Garnet Valley. So on the other side of the 6A bracket, Central Bucks West in a shootout knocks off North Penn 44-35. And they will hit the road next week to take on Perk Valley, who was a winner over Souderton on Thursday night. So the Final Four in 6A is set. The Final Four in 5A, we'll wait and see. Right? We have 24 good minutes of football to be played here. The game clock is not operational on the scoreboard, so we will do our best to keep you posted on how much time is left. In the meantime, Panthers were ready for that little huddle you saw on the screen there, and Springfield thought about coming out straight out of the huddle to kick it short, but instead, Sean Williams steps into one and sends an end-over-end kick. It'll be James Fisher at the 19-yard line. Up the sideline momentarily. He's going to squeak his way out across the 30, 35, 36-yard line maybe. Nope, they're going to say he stepped out just before it, but 15-yard return for James Fisher. And Springfield defense will try to keep the Panthers in check here. Strath Haven will start 1st and 10 at their own, well, I guess it will be the 36. Okay. So, Sam Milligan, 17 yards passing on 1 completion in the first half, 1 out of 3 throwing it. That completion to Anthony Crawford. Crawford's in the backfield here on 1st down. They toss it to Anthony Crawford, looking for running room and not finding much. Shooting in quickly. I think that's Ryan Johnston when they unpile. He shot in, and he's going to drop Crawford for a loss of a couple here. Back to the 35-yard line. So Crawford on the run.
Here's the tacklers.
And in the meantime, 2nd down and the 11. Panthers off schedule here after 1 play. Start this 3rd quarter. Ryan Weinberg, tight end to the left. Fair ball to the right. Wing T behind Milligan. It's Crawford one more time off the left side and nothing doing. Nice work right there again. That's Ryan Johnston, Jr., who's given up some size there with his hand in the dirt. Not your biggest or heaviest defensive end in the league by far, but he's keeping busy there, and suddenly now 3rd and 9 for Strath Haven.
Boy, Springfield's doing exactly what they need to do. They can't allow Haven to have the ball for a long period of time, and they certainly can't allow them to score.
3rd down and 9 from the 37. Panthers trying to keep the sticks moving here. Give, and they go counter crisscross, looking for running room as Fuskas into the secondary, drives the pile out near 1st down yardage. He's going to be just short. But 4th and a yard. Wouldn't shock me if the Panthers keeps the offense on the field here as Fuskas takes 8. Nicely designed and nicely blocked play. We've seen that go for touchdowns in many other occasions, but good work by Springfield to react and bring up 4th and just over a yard. Panthers keep the offense on the field on the opening drive of the 3rd quarter. They lead it 15-7. It'll be Milligan driving the pile, 1st down and more. Still on his feet. He bounced outside. 45-40, a foot race at the 30. Sam at the 20. Stiff arm at the 15. And Milligan. And they're going to get a flag at the end of the play. He might get called for a face mask here.
I think they're going to get him for a face mask, but it really looked like an open hand on that face mask rather than a grab.
And in the meantime, wow, Milligan is going to get himself a heck of a run. Just bounced out of the pile. And not sure that the back judge had the best look at that, but either way, I think it's going backwards, or no, are they picking it up? No, they're moving it forward.
Ooh,
half the distance. All right, face mask against Springfield. Wow. Sam Milligan. Ball at the 3-yard line, took it all the way to the 6. Milligan with one heck of a run there has the Panthers set up 1st and goal to go as Milligan went for almost 50. Here's Crawford in the backfield with Connor. It's Connor off the right side. Austin Connor into the end zone. Ball popped out, but it was in already. Strath Haven on the board quickly here in the 3rd quarter. 4th and 1. Big run for Milligan, and Austin Connor now punches it in off the right side. Connor's 5th rushing touchdown of the season. And now Tim Steyer on for the extra point.
Well, that's exactly what Springfield couldn't allow to happen.
3-yard touchdown for Connor. Milligan to hold for Steyer. Ball spotted, kick is away, and good. Steyer free, 3 for 3. Panthers up by 2 scores, 22-7. We'll take a short timeout and be back in a moment to see if Springfield can answer when we come back on havenfootball.net.
This video and audio broadcast is copyrighted by havenfootball.net Incorporated for the private use of our audience. Any other use of these broadcasts or any pictures, descriptions, or accounts of the game without a havenfootball.net Incorporated's expressed written permission is prohibited.
This is Merrill Reese, voice of the Philadelphia Eagles, and you're listening to high school football right here on havenfootball.net.
Strath Haven 22, Springfield 7. A 50-yard run for Sam Milligan on 4th and 1. Sets up Austin Connor's 5th rushing touchdown of the season, and the Springfield defense breaks on the opening drive here. Panthers up 22-7. Short line drive kick here from Steyer. It's going to take a hop, and nice read by Valerio, who thought about picking that one up just inside the 20. Instead, it bounces out of bounds, and Springfield will start at their own 35-yard line. So good directional kick there from Steyer, but a better read there by Valerio to let it trickle out of bounds. So 22-7 is your score. Strath Haven on top, and now Springfield needing to find a way to bounce back after Austin Connor has given the Panthers a 15-point lead. 9:37 to play here in the third. We'll keep you posted on the clock as best we can with the scoreboard not cooperating. All right, wing to the left, O'Donnell. I formation behind Jake Rama. O'Donnell motions to the right on 1st and 10. They drop to 3-step drop. They float it to the flat, and this is O'Donnell, who's undercut by Chase Nangle at about the 42, 43-yard line. Bring up 2nd down and about 2. Gain of 8, first catch of the day from O'Donnell. That's a guy they need to find a way to get the ball in his hands if you're Springfield. Had only 1 carry. It was a 10-yard, I'm sorry, he had 2 carries in the first half. But just, he's a dangerous weapon, both running and receiving. O'Donnell, slot right, I formation on 2nd and 3. Minot looking for room off that right side. It's a good second effort. It'll give him the first down out to the 47-yard line. Gain of about 4 or 5, rather. And Minot, who was held in check in that first half for just 14, maybe 15, he had 15 yards in the first half.
Well, this is, I think, the key for Haven here in this series is probably if they can't stop Springfield, to make this the longest drive possible to run time off the clock.
1st and 10 for the Cougars. Rama under center. The tailback is Minot looking for room. Stretch play off the right side. Vince Hales has a hold of him at the midfield stripe. Sophomore Vince Hales, who started the season at defensive end and then missed some time over the last 4 weeks with an injury, but he's been effective so far today. Gain of 3 for Minot, 2nd down and 7 for the Cougars. But again, Panthers had some good depth in there the last couple weeks. Jordan Drain and Jay Curtis did a fine job in the absence of Hales. 2nd down and 7. Back to passes. Rama on the bootleg to the right. Looking, fires on the run, complete. This is the tight end Johnston, who got a foot down just inside the 40 and put it down at the 37. Gain of 12, first catch of the day for Johnston, who's been terrific punting the ball today and on the defensive line. Now he's on the stat sheet for a first down. And at the 37, Cougars with another first down. Not sure of the time clock at the moment. We'll try to get an update here after this play. Wing to the left is O'Donnell. The stretch play to the near side, Tyler Googler. A little bit of room this time, and Anthony Crawford drops him at the 35. Gain of 3 more. Oh, I'm sorry, not 35, 33. So gain of 5, call it. And Googler and Minot, each with 23 yards rushing now. It's been share the ball, and 15 more for Romano. So no eye-popping stats here for Springfield, but they've been effective. 2nd down and about 7. Counter play to O'Donnell. They did get it to him this time. He ran through 1 tackle, and he'll push his way down to the 25. Another first down for the Cougars, as 8 more for O'Donnell. Panthers have to be aware of that play.
Have to be aware of the play. They have to make the stop. It's, that's a play that Haven likes to run, similar, where he can slip through, he break that first tackle, he's got a good 8 yards, and that's exactly what Springfield just did.
That counter play, a staple for Interborough for years, and still is. We'll get back to that in a moment. Split to the far side is Crate. Fullback dive here to Romano for a few, and a few more down to the 20. Jason Williams got himself a tackle, and in the meantime, a little excitement with Anthony Crawford and 56 Dean Brown tangled up at the near sideline.
Inside of 7.5 to play now.
Okay, Andrews keeping us posted. Strath Haven 22, Springfield 7. Cougars driving now. 2nd down and 5 from the 20 after Romano went for 5 more. Edge of the red zone. Springfield trying to cash in. Motion from O'Donnell. Roll out to the right side. Rama steps up in the pocket. There's a holding call coming, and Rama will float it out of bounds. Good decision by Rama not to force anything. And boy, the pass rush here for Strath Haven. You're not going to see, an enormous number of sacks on the stat sheet, but that's the 2nd or 3rd either holding call or the chop block earlier. This pass rush has given Springfield some problems.
Yeah, and of course, the frustration on the defender is the longer that quarterback holds that ball looking for somebody, the more likely it is that the lineman's going to try to hold him or not allow the penetration. So it's not an easy thing to do, but holding, of course, is not an answer.
And a spot foul here. They'll mark it back from the 27, so all the way out to the 37. Turns this into 2nd down and forever.
What's that, about 20?
22.
Okay.
2nd and 22 here.
As we tick inside 6.5 to play.
Okay. 6 minutes to go in the 3rd. Jake Rama's going to jog in the play. Springfield trailing 22-7, need points on this drive somehow.
Well, this is what they did last time they were down this end of the field. They just started collecting penalties.
Aiden Crite split to the far side. Slot to the right is O'Donnell. I formation, Minata dots it. They fire to the outside. Crite on the catch, and Chase Nangle bounced off one tackle there and then gets help from James Fisher. But Crite, nice work to get back near the original line of scrimmage, plus a couple more.
And Chase Nangle does not miss much. That was uncharacteristic for him, but these guys are tough.
15 yards for Crite. 3rd down and 7 upcoming. 3rd catch of the day for Aiden Crite, who, again, went out of the game with an injury for probably just a handful of plays, as it turns out. And so he's back with a vengeance here. Sets up 3rd down and about 8 or so.
Yep, definitely 4 down territory. So
Crite split to the right. O'Donnell wing to the right. Johnston, tight end to the left. Rama on 3rd and 8. They play fake, and they fake the reverse now. Bootleg to the far side, and nicely done by the Panthers staying home on that one. Shane Green, the sophomore, did not bite on the fake, stayed with his key there, and Rama is run out of bounds at about the line of scrimmage, maybe even lost a yard. Yep. So no gain on the play. So great work there by Green staying home. 4th and 8, and decision time now. But again, your field goal, you'd be looking at a 40-yard field goal, but that doesn't really get you into a 2-score game even.
Right,
so
right.
Looks like it would still be a 2-score game at that point. So Springfield will go for it. Shotgun look. Trips to the left, single to the far side. Panthers show blitz. They walk up the line. Here they come. On a quick slant, it is incomplete. Chase Nangle in coverage, and then a late flag. Oh, boy. A cheer and then a groan from the home crowd. Nangle on Crite was in good position on the slant, but looks like he had a hold of him just a little too early, perhaps. And costly penalty here for the Panthers. Going to turn this into a 1st down, I believe. Unless they're, okay. So march off a 15-yard penalty for the pass interference. It'll be 1st and 10 at the 12. So half the distance instead of 15 yards, and automatic 1st down on the pass interference call. Panther defense so close to getting off the field there. Instead, 1st and 10. Double wing now. Motion from Minot. They fake the jet sweep, come to this near side. Same play they scored on earlier. They'll do it again. Mike O'Donnell off the left side, untouched from 12 yards out, and Springfield right back in it midway through the 3rd quarter.
Wow. It's exactly what the Panthers, the good news was they took a lot of time off the clock. The bad news was they scored.
O'Donnell in from the 12. He has 30 yards on 3 carries and both Cougar touchdowns. And on for the extra point is Sean Williams, trying to make this an 8-point game. Ball snap, spot, kick is blocked. Right up the middle comes Sam Milligan. And Milligan keeps it a 9-point game, 22-13. And it's still a 2-possession game with Milligan flying through the middle to block it. Wow.
Got the replay right here.
What a job by, you had 3 or 4 black jerseys crashing through there, and they get the block. Coming up big are the Panthers. We'll see if they can turn it around on offense when we come back on havenfootball.net.
Do you have slow-running drains? Are you thinking about selling your home or property? If so, go to scarpignatoplumbing.com and schedule a technician. They are the area's only small plumbing company to offer in-house trenchless sewer and water main repairs. They also offer sewer lateral certifications for the surrounding communities. From faucets to...
Bringing it back to George L. King Field. Strath Haven 22, Springfield 13. Sean Williams ready to kick it away. And the Panthers trying to turn the tide again. This is Chase Nangle at the 15-yard line, looking for room up the middle. He'll run into one man and then pushed out to the 33-yard line or so. And the Strath Haven offense back on the field. All right, I'm going to finish up a tweet here, Mike.
Go ahead.
See what they can do.
All right, so here's what we've got. We've got a 9-point game. And Haven's going to take some possession of the ball. I think at this stage of the game, Haven has to say to themselves, we've got to maintain possession as best we can for as long as we can. And then if we can get a score, that'd be great. Put us right back where we are. So they're ready to take the snap.
About 6 minutes to go here in the third quarter. Strath Haven leading 22-13. Wing to the right, Bob Fuskas, and they give it to him on the sweep, and he is met in the backfield. Aiden Kreit saw it coming and swallows him up at the 29-yard line. Great read by Kreit, and Fuskas buried for a loss on that one, and 2nd and long here for the Panthers. Loss of 4 on the play. And Mustang sweep there read perfectly.
Yep.
This might be a ground and pound fullback kind of a game here between the tackles. Indeed. All right, from the 29, Panthers 2nd and 14 now. Wing to the right, Austin Connor. And they roll to this near side. Milligan eyes downfield, looking under heavy pressure, steps away from one man, fires incomplete. Looking for a man in the flat, nobody really home, and outside the pocket, he grounds it at the feet. Chris Dolan actually the closest to it. 3rd and 14 upcoming. Now what for the Panthers?
I'll tell you, Springfield is playing this so well. I mean, I really thought they would kind of start to fold in the second half, but it's been anything but. They are on top of their game.
They are fired up and not surprised at all. This is this is a team with some pride, energy, talent.
And they smell blood.
And on a 6-game win streak. 10 men in the box for Springfield on 3rd and 14. They go quick hitter. This is Crawford up across the 35 to 36 maybe for about 6. But it's 4th and long, and the Panthers will punt it away. So Panthers play it safe there. Don't turn a pass rush loose. And again, that first down play, a loss of 4, really.
Yep, it's
set
like
the
a penalty.
Tone. Yeah, set the tone there. All right, if you're a Panther fan, you still have to feel good leading by 9. That blocked extra point looming large. Milligan on to kick it away. Vinny Valerio awaits. Trying to shield the sun out of his eyes as Valerio, as an end-over-end punt will back him up, and he makes the catch at the 26-yard line. Looking for running room up this near sideline. He goes into the arms of Bob Fuskas, who spins him for a barrel roll of a tackle at the 32-yard line. So Springfield, with some momentum, some energy, but still trailing by 9, will start at their 33-yard line. All right, 185 total yards for Strath Haven. And 8 first downs. Well below their average right now. Springfield 148 yards with 10 first downs. But 5 out of 6 throwing it is Jake Rama. And he's looking to get things going again here with the short passing game. He's under center, 2 receivers to his right. I formation behind him, Romano and Ty Googler. On 1st and 10 from their own 32, they toss to Googler. Looking for him off this left side. Looking for a block. Nice little cutback inside across the 40. Brings up 2nd down and 2. Googler takes 8. And Panthers look like they got off their blocks there momentarily, but really nice work cutting back against the grain by the junior Ty Googler.
Haven defense is really going to have to answer the call now, because if Springfield comes down here, they're going to be within 1 score of making this thing happen, and they got a whole quarter to go.
Still plenty of time to go here in the 3rd. Rama under center. Hard count. Give inside to Romano for maybe a couple. I think he's still shy of the first down here as Fuskas and Jason Williams, along with Ben Faribault, stack him up quickly. So just a yard brings up 3rd down and 1. Panther defense likely need to get a negative play here to get the ball back. This is probably 4-down territory, believe it or not, here with Springfield trailing by 9. Possessions at a premium here. Crite and O'Donnell split to the far side, right of the formation. Rama on 3rd and a yard. I don't know if he juggled the snap or if that was a planned sneak, but either way, he picks it up. Yep. Nice work by Rama. Just went off the right side there, followed Tyler Klambara for 2 and a 1st down out to the 44. Clock continues to tick. We are roughly 3 minutes, maybe, taking a guess.
Yeah, if we heard anything.
Maybe
3 minutes.
3 minutes to go here in the
pretty good, Brian.
3rd quarter. That was a lucky guess.
Yeah.
All right, 3 minutes to go in the 3rd quarter. Cougars with the football and a 1st down at their own 44. Rama back to pass. 7-step drop. Looking. He wants it all. A little hitch and go on the far side. Good coverage by Nangle, but going up and hauling it in is Crite. Just won the jump ball. Terrific coverage. Better catch down to the 22.
That's amazing. I'm turning on a replay. That was just a great play.
34 yards later, Rama and Crite connect. That's his 4th catch of the game, and Crite, little hitch and go. They didn't bite on it. It's just a good throw and a good catch.
Oh, great coverage, and they both had their hands on it, but he grabbed it away. It was just
Yep, from the 22 now. The Cougars starting to feel confident here. I formation, wing right and split right. Rama on the rollout, has time to the right side. He has his man to the tight end, Johnston again, shy of the 1st down, I believe, at the 12, but we'll see. It's close. We'll see where they spot this. Johnston cut down on the play, turns it to 2nd down and 1. His 2nd catch of this 3rd quarter.
Oh, this is the passing game effectiveness that I was extremely concerned about, knowing that we play so softly. Although the coverage has been good, he's thrown right in the money.
Rama, 7 out of 8 throwing it for 95 yards. 2nd down and 1. Little give inside to Romano, fullback dive, and I don't know if they'll give it to him or not. He's close. Close to 1st down yardage. We'll see forward progress. Maybe, I don't know, they're going to turn and look. And stop the clock and going to get a measurement here. You're going to end up with 3rd and inches or a 1st down here. But Ben Faribault, he had another tackle for Strath Haven. He has 10 tackles and a sack today. And we're still not out of the 3rd quarter. All right, let's see.
Looks like they got it.
All right, just short. 3rd down and an inch. All right, 3rd and an inch. Wouldn't shock when you see Springfield take a shot at the end zone here.
Yeah, you got 2 downs to do this,
Yep.
so why not?
All right, Panthers need to come up with something special here on defense. Springfield trailing 22-13, but have all sorts of momentum here in the 3rd quarter. The Panthers on the season have flat out owned the 3rd quarter. Typically, they have just been fantastic, moving the ball, scoring defensively, have been lights out. But here's 3rd and about 2 inches. From the 12, Rama under center. Wing to the right is O'Donnell. Gives the fullback Romano, and I don't think he got it. He may go backwards. Connor and Faribault stack him up. I don't know that he got anywhere. And this might turn it to fourth and a few more inches, I believe. All right, fourth down it is. All right, they will not measure. Fourth and still less than a yard. And now here's the Panther defense. Gonna need one more stop. Checking into the game for Springfield, 32, Ethan Marshall in at fullback. That's his first time in the offensive backfield today. He's been busy at linebacker, but Marshall in for Romano. Fourth and less than a yard as we approach the end of the third quarter. Rama under center, split to the far side is Kreit. On fourth and a yard from the 12, the tailback, this is Googler. He's wrapped up, I don't know, it's close. It's awfully close. When he tumbled forward, he might have picked it up. Crawford got a hold of him, but I think he stretched it forward for a first down. If they put it inside the 12, he's got it. Well, he got maybe 2 feet. He only needed a foot. Great job by Crawford shooting in, but Googler gets just enough. We'll call it a yard to be generous. And they're still shy of the 11-yard line. So great work by the Panther defense, but the Cougars keep it moving. First and 10 from the 11. Or just outside the 11. High formation on the rollout. Looking for a receiver in the flat and complete to O'Donnell. But James Fisher got a hold of him and gain of maybe 2. Good open field tackle by the sophomore, James Fisher, stopping O'Donnell, and that will do it for the third quarter. All right. Fourth quarter action upcoming. 22-13 Strath Haven, but those Cougars here for a fight. So we'll be back in a moment to see what that final quarter regulation looks like on havenfootball.net.
Do you have slow-running drains? Are you thinking about selling your home or property? If so, go to scarpignatoplumbing.com and schedule a technician. They are the area's only small plumbing company to offer in-house trenchless sewer and water main repairs. They also offer sewer lateral certifications for the surrounding communities. From faucets to water heaters, they can handle all your plumbing needs. Give them a call at 484-832-5566.
This is Keith Jackson reminding you you're listening to high school football right here on havenfootball.com.
Welcome to the start of the fourth quarter. Brian Carroll on play-by-play, joined by Mike Mayer, Andrew Kauffman, and Pete Fulginiti. Mike Clancy, great work on the camera. Strath Haven 22, Springfield 13, but the Cougars knocking on the door again after a fantastic third quarter. It'll be 2nd and 8 from just inside the 10 as we switch ends of the football field. Cougars moving left to right here. Springfield needing points desperately here as we start quarter number 4. Jake Rama will be under center as we get things started. Rama throwing it 8 out of 9 for 98 yards so far today. Wing to the right is O'Donnell. Wing to the left is Googler. They send him in motion. Look for the counter again. They've tried it, scored on this twice. Not this time, I don't think. Well, they had a chance for a loss. Crawford could not quite corral him. But that's the first time O'Donnell's been stopped on that play all day. A gain of a yard and a half or so. We'll put it down at the 8. 3rd down and 7. O'Donnell has been terrific on that all day. All right. They'll put it call it the 7 now. 3rd and maybe 6. They can still pick up a first down if they reach the 1. But Springfield looking for more than that. I formation, tight end to the left, wing to the right. Rama looking at a blitz, and here it comes. He's rolling to his right, has a man in the flat. It is caught, and Romano in for the touchdown. The Springfield sophomore scores from the 7. And Springfield now within 22-19.
Yeah, wow.
Rama, 9 out of 10 throwing it. That's his first touchdown toss of the day. He had 3 last week in the win over Phoenixville. First catch of the day for Nate Romano, and Strath Haven in for a battle over the next 12 minutes or more. All right, It's been fun, Mike.
It's you know, my heart's going a mile a minute here. You know, this is a season-ending game if we lose. So
for anybody, for somebody.
That's true. That's right. That's right.
All
so
right.
I expected a battle. I'm not too sure I was prepared it was going to last through the third quarter.
I was absolutely thinking we're going to be
going
down to the final. 2-point try upcoming, trying to make it a 1-point game. And here's a snap that goes through the hands of Googler here. Scramble for it, and they blow it dead. Try is no good, so we still have a 3-point game. 1-score game now after the first play of the fourth quarter. Jake Rama to Nate Romano. All right, we'll take a short timeout. Be back in just a moment. Strath Haven offense has to answer now when we come back on havenfootball.net.
The Swarthmorean Weekly newspaper has partnered up with havenfootball.net. The Swarthmorean was established in 1893 and is a true community newspaper and covers the Wallingford-Swarthmore School District as well as events in Swarthmore, Wallingford, and surrounding communities. Get your copy every Friday at 320 Market or Swarthmore Co-op or call 610-543-0900 for a mailed subscription. For all the local news, read the Swarthmorean every week.
Hey fans, this is Todd Lights, public address announcer for the Los Angeles Dodgers, and you are listening to high school football right here at havenfootball.net.
11:11 to go here in the fourth quarter, and Williams fakes the quick kick, and they'll line up to do it again. 22-19, Springfield trailing, but with all sorts of energy and momentum now early in the fourth. Line drive kick will come to Fuskas at the 30-yard line and looking for running room and not finding much of it out to the 37. Good coverage over there by Springfield. Looks like couldn't see who made that last stop there. Might have been Brett Doherty. Couldn't quite see, but we'll try it again.
Oh boy,
For the Strath Haven offense from the 37, they were stopped on their last possession. And
we'll see what they're made of, what the offense is made of on this series. This is a must keep the ball, must score series, I think.
3 and out on their last possession in the third quarter. Here they start the fourth at the 37-yard line, 1st and 10. Sam Milligan fixes the chin strap and shifts Bob Fuskas wing to the right. On first down, this is Milligan looking, has a little running room. He'll tuck and run across the 40, keeps his footing, and there's going to be a flag. Milligan's at the 30. He's going to cut inside and go the distance, but this one I think is coming back. They're going to wipe this one out. I think you're getting a block in the back perhaps. And Sam Milligan is going to be disappointed with this one. A 63-yard touchdown run will be for naught. Referee was the man who threw it, and you're going to get a hold. And this, more than anything, you're going to turn this into 1st and long, right? And now, again, the spot foul. Might not be looking at 1st and 20, but talk about off schedule. This is where Strath Haven had trouble in the last possession. 2nd and 14 went downhill fast. So take Milligan's 63-yard score off the board, give him a chance to catch his breath. And they'll march it back to the 34. So 1st and about 13 instead. Costly call for the Panthers, obviously.
Of course, there's a question if he hadn't been held whether Milligan would have broken that glove.
Sure. I mean, that's
it's worse when it's away from the play.
Right. All right, T formation behind Milligan on 1st and 13. Give us to Fuskas with a little bit of room, spins through one tackle and pushes out near the 40-yard line. So give him 6. And 2nd down, 39, 40-yard line. Okay, on the 40. 2nd down and 7 upcoming as Fuskas has been held in check today. 6 carries for just 18 yards. Gus Bryan, that defensive end over there, has been a difference maker. He did not play in the first game, and he's held the left side of that line pretty well. 2nd down and 7. Give inside just to Crawford. He'll drive his way out to the 45 and bring up 3rd down and about 2. With that run. All right. right, 3rd and 2 is where they stand at the 45-yard line. Crawford, 13 carries for 64 yards. And a Panther touchdown. Back in the second quarter. Here in the 4th, 9:47 to go. On 3rd and 2, play fake to Crawford. Following his man is Milligan, and he's going next to nowhere.
Was that a broken play?
I don't know what happened there. He gets maybe 6 inches, and now you're looking at 4th and 2. Call it no gain for Milligan there. 4th and 2, Strath Haven leading by 3. Will keep the offense on the field. Pilson jogs in the play. Cougar defense trailing by 3, trying to turn the Panthers over on downs here.
Huge play.
Milligan under center, T formation again. 3rd and 2, they give it the right side. This is Austin Connor, spins into the back, look at that! Connor, 35-30, one man to beat at the 15. Austin Connor will go! 55 yards! Austin Connor bursts through and throws a dagger here early in the 4th. Just keep the legs moving. A spin move at the line of scrimmage or maybe just at the first down marker. And the senior comes up big, his 2nd touchdown of the day.
Wow.
And a season-long 55-yarder. On for the extra point, Tim Steyer. Milligan to hold it. Evan Menaker with a good snap. Ball spotted. Kick is right down the middle. Tim Steyer pounds it through. And Strath Haven up 29-19. Stick with us. It's been a wild one here at George L. King Field, and more to come on havenfootball.net.
Are you looking to start an exciting career in the healthcare field? Then Keystone Quality Transport is looking for you. Keystone Quality Transport, the region's premier non-emergency medical transportation company, offers a full scholarship into a comprehensive emergency medical technician certification program. Would you like to obtain a National Registry Emergency Medical Technician certification and earn $20 per hour to start? Send an email to hr@kqthealth.com. Start your rewarding healthcare career today.
This is Keith Jackson reminding you you're listening to high school football right here on havenfootball.net.
Well, 8:43 to go in regulation. Strath Haven had a 63-yard touchdown wiped out by a penalty. No matter. 3 plays later, Austin Connor goes 55 yards on 4th and 2. And with 8:43 to go, Panthers back up by 10. End over end kick. It's going to come down to Luke Valerio, looking for running room. He's met right in the middle of the field at the 25, and a terrific open field tackle by Shane Green. Tried to make one man miss. That man didn't. And so at the 20, long field here for Springfield, but still plenty of time for the Cougars. Austin Connor with 2 touchdown runs in this second half. That last one, 55-yarder, a season long, and it could not have come at a bigger moment so far. Still a long way to go.
Yep.
Jake Rama under center. Panther defense trying to keep things moving. They fake the jet, and they go toss on the near side, and is loose in the backfield. Vinny Valerio picks it up and is dumped in the backfield. Vince Hales got him all the way back at the 10. Well, tried a little wrinkle there, and was actually spotted at the 11. Little change of pace on that option pitch. Nice fake to the motion man, but Vinny Valerio couldn't squeeze the pitch. Loss of 9 on the play. 2nd and 19 now. This is Panthers go with a nickel package here, and defensive line might pin their ears back here and get after Rama, who's in the shotgun. 2 receive. Oh, nope. He is under center now. Still with an I formation, keeping the defense honest. Back. Draw play. Up the middle goes Googler for a couple. Panthers reacted well. Ben Faribault with another stop. This one at about the 14-yard line. Turns it into 3rd down and 17. So Googler, just a few. Clock ticking. We are inside of maybe 7 minutes or so to go here in the 4th. 29-19, Strath Haven on top. Springfield has to turn something into positive yardage here, possibly 4-down territory if they get a few. 4 wide receivers, 3 to the right. Rama looking that way, now running out of time. And they got him again! Vince Hales steps up and buries him back at the 7-yard line. And another sophomore stepping up with a big play. And Vince, welcome back, young man. He's having himself quite a series. And the punt team on now for Springfield. You just can't take a chance here on 4th and 20-something. And you hope, I think that that Johnston, Ryan Johnston, who's been terrific punting the ball today, can maybe tilt the field here. Nangle and Milligan await at the 45-yard line, sun in their eyes. Johnson, not his favorite kick here, off the side of his foot. Poison here for the receiving Panthers, and they let it roll out of bounds at the 32. And tough way to go here for Springfield on how quickly that game can change, huh?
Well,
55-yard touchdown run and then 2 tough negative plays there, and 6:11 to go, and the Panthers with a chance to seal this.
As clean a game as Springfield has played all game long, and to just make these kind of mistakes at the end of the series and possibly cost them any shot.
All right, Panthers trying to seal it now. 1st and 10 from the 32. On 1st down, they give us to Anthony Crawford. Room off the right side. He'll bull his way across the 30 down to about the 27, 28-yard line. Give him 4 more. And believe it or not, a relatively quiet day for Crawford so far. 14 carries for 68 yards and a score. Yep. But believe it or not, that will give him the all-time single-season rushing record at Strath Haven. He's broken a record that was shared by Jared Bradley and Dan Connor. And Crawford with 68 yards now on the day puts him over 1,900, or approaching 1,900 yards now on the season. So congratulations to Anthony and the offensive line and the rest of the offense and everybody else.
And if you're looking in the stat pages for that under records, I won't put it until the season's over. So
let's hope that's not for several more weeks.
Yeah, let's hope not.
All right, 2nd down and 6 from the 28. T formation. They give his to Austin Connor off the right side, and he'll push his way down near the the 25 or so. Clock continuing to melt now on Springfield. They'll put it at the 24. 3rd down and about 2. So Austin Connor piling up some yardage now. 6 carries for 73 on the day. Milligan leading the way with 7 carries for 78 yards. 3rd and 2. Milligan one more time is going to push the pile. I think he's got enough for a 1st down. He's still driving the pile, and Sam down to the 15, maybe 16-yard line.
Unreal.
My goodness. 8 more yards on quarterback dive. Milligan just tremendous. 84 yards, 86 yards rushing for Sam, and the Panthers' 2nd touchdown of the day. And a fresh set of downs here for the Silver and Black at the 16-yard line. It's been a knockdown, drag out of a game here for both teams. Starting to see some hands on hips and hands on thigh pads for both squads. Probably about 4 minutes and change to go here in the 4th. Strath Haven leading by 10. 1st and 10. Milligan from the 16 takes the snap, gives to Anthony Crawford off the right side, and he'll get a couple and not much else. Maybe the 14-yard line. And 2nd down and 8 upcoming. So clock continuing to tick. This is just how Strath Haven wants it at this point.
3 minutes left? 4 minutes?
4 minutes to go. Okay. 4 minutes to go and counting here. Game or time being kept on the field as we've had a malfunctioning clock here. Panthers hoping they need to get that fixed over the next 7 days and play here again next Friday. All right, from the 14. 2nd down and 8. Panthers shift Connor to a wing. Fuskas in the backfield. It is Fuskas off the left side. He'll spin his way for a couple more. Down to the 11, so 3 more for Fuskas. And it's been a lot of running in small bites here for the Panthers, for the most part, with the exception being a 55-yard scoring run from Austin Connor at the 8:43 mark of this fourth quarter to give the Panthers this 29-19 lead. Milligan casually walks in the play. Milking the clock here are the Panthers from the 11-yard line. It's 3rd and about 3. T formation. Connor, Crawford, and Fuskas. From bottom to top here on your screen. Give is to Fuskas, looking for room and not finding much.
Nope, grabbed his feet.
Nice work there. Diving in low to make the tackle is Aiden Kreit, and timeout Springfield, as they'll have a chance to make a stop here on 4th down from the 10. So we'll take a short timeout with them. Be back in just a moment. Thanks again to our fantastic sponsors for putting us on the air every week for years and years now on havenfootball.net.
Welcome to Allstate, where everyone saves when they bundle their home and auto insurance. Isn't that right, Frank?
I saved 25%. Booyah.
You protected your casa?
Sure did.
And the Frank tank?
You know it.
And now you're relaxing.
I'm working from home.
Sure you are. Save up to 25% when you bundle home and auto with Allstate.
Your local Allstate agent is Steve Taub in media. Give him a call at 610-566-3500.
This is Keith Jackson. You're listening to High School Football right here on Haven Football.
All right, 2:43 remaining in regulation. Panthers with 4th and almost 4 from the 10, trying to seal it right here. On 4th down, back is Milligan looking, floats to the end zone, call for a touchdown by Ben Faribault. The first catch of his career, first catch of maybe his life. And Big Ben gets rewarded with just over 2:40 to play. Oh my goodness, they've been trying all year to connect with Big Ben. And Milligan and Faribault connect from the 10. And Tim Steyer on for the extra point. Wide open, great fake from Milligan, and we'll get through this in just a moment and keep it right here. Tim Steyer up and good, but boy, Mike, you can talk to it as much as anybody as someone who played offensive line. You've got a kid who's played offensive line his whole life. They move him to tight end this year. Tight end in this offense is basically, as Ryan Weinberg would say, stands for tackle eligible.
That's right.
It's basically another lineman.
You're a blocking
and
lineman,
here's
all you are.
Ben Faribault, first catch of the season, maybe his career.
On top of the defensive game he's had tonight, or today, there's no doubt about it. I mean, I have made, in 4 years of high school football, I made one touchdown, which is a guy who fumbled the ball in the end zone. Somebody blocked me at the knees. I fell on what I thought was a rock, looked down, it turned out to be the football, 6 points. Unfortunately, I think we beat them 55-0, so it didn't make any difference. But still, it was quite a thrill. And in this case, catching a ball, and I'm sure Faribault's heart was beating a mile a minute when he saw that ball coming towards him, thinking, just don't drop it, just don't drop it. I mean, it's such an exciting moment and a way to put a cap on this game, which has been in jeopardy the entire game. So it's been something you want to watch, and we're about ready to go here with the kickoff.
All right, about 2:35 to go here in the 4th. Tim Steyer ready to kick it away. Strath Haven leading 36-19. End over end kick's going to come down to Luke Valerio. Valerio trying to find room towards that Springfield sideline. He's ridden down again, this time at about the 28-yard line. Dan Lash in on the stop with some help from his buddies. And Strath Haven leading now 36-19. Just over 2 minutes to go in this one. And the Panthers look like they'll give us something to do again next Friday night.
Yeah, it looks like we'll be busy again. There go my dinner plans.
All right. Hey, the Panther Pit will be open.
That's right.
A lot of delicious
I won't
items
starve.
over there. Maybe we'll buy you a hot dog. All right. Wing right, split right, and Rama back to pass now on 1st and 10. He wants it all deep down the middle of the field. Has Cricht out there. He's got it. Chase Nangle wraps him up. But boy, that's not a way to slam the door defensively. As all the way down to the 20 goes Aiden Cricht. Gain of 51 on the play, and a gorgeous throw from Rama.
Yeah, we're seeing it now in replay. Gee, that was just perfect. I mean, just perfect.
Nangle and Milligan wrap him up, but Aiden Cricht has had himself a day. He's over 100 yards receiving now on the day with 117 with 5 catches. All right, Springfield trying to cash in again. 36-19, Strath Haven, they play fake on the counter. Rama slings it over the middle. He's got the tight end, Johnston, who makes the catch and is dumped immediately as after the catch, but all the way down to the 9-yard line, gain of 11, and clock stops. Was that just to reset the chains? Okay, nobody called timeout. That stopped the clock. 1st and goal to go from the 9 after an 11-yard completion to Johnston. Rama, 11 out of 12 throwing it today. He's had himself a whale of a game here. Back to pass again, looking. He's under pressure, scrambling to his right. Eyes still downfield. May have to tuck it and run, and instead throws the end zone incomplete. Had a man on the ground. Actually hit him in the backside with it. That was Cricht, the intended receiver, but good decision there. And I think we get a flag in the middle of the field. So I don't know if with that kind of scramble, you might get an eligible man downfield. Yep. You could have a hold. Could have been on the defense too. I don't know. We'll see.
Nope.
We're going to march Springfield. Okay, ineligible man downfield, and again, that is the risk in that, and Strath Haven will back them up to about the 14-yard line. 1:35 to go. 1:31 rather to go here in regulation. Aiden Cricht. I'm sorry, Jake Rama, 11 out of 12 for 168 yards. Has Cricht to the right side, 3 receivers left, fires out to the left, complete here to O'Donnell, and he's wrapped up. James Fisher out in the flat has been sure-handed as a tackler out there. Forward progress back to the 9 for a gain of 5. Clock approaching just a minute to go here. And now you're going to get what do we have, an injury?
70.
Klembara? Okay. Now you get an injury issue here. Tyler Klembara.
1:19 on clock.
With 1:19 to go. All right, Klembara has just been the anchor of that line for 3 years now, and now looks like an upper body issue here, but we won't speculate any further. For Springfield, just have to say here, with Strath Haven leading 36-19, just over a minute to go. Whether they cash in here or not, this is still a 3-score game at this point. What a run from Springfield here after a 3-game losing streak that, we've seen other teams in the Central League and others fold when they get into that mode where you lose a couple and then just can't seem to bounce back. This group that rattled off 6 wins in a row, including a playoff win last week over Phoenixville. Just an absolutely dominating performance against Phoenixville to come out and fight tooth and nail here with Strath Haven to the 4th quarter, knowing full well they lost 41-14 a couple months ago. Just absolutely commendable.
And quite frankly, what I expected. I mean, you watch them the last 7 weeks and you go, wow, these guys have really put their game together. And of course, their one strength, which is passing, is the one weakness I think Haven has, which is defending the pass. And boy, it's given Haven fits, but they've also stopped our running game, as your stats will show.
All right, 2nd and goal to go here. Rama back to pass with a minute to go. Fire into the end zone, incomplete. Looking for Cricht on the slant. Chase Nangle right with him. And brings up 3rd down. Just the 2nd incompletion of the day for Jake Rama with 1:10 to go here in the 4th. So now see what they can drum up from the 9-yard line as maybe just another play or 2 left in Jake Rama's career.
And if this score stays, this game is not as close as that. Is not as much of a pull away. It's much closer than 36-19, I think.
Yeah. All right. So Strath Haven calls timeout. We'll take a short timeout with them. Be back for 3rd and goal with Springfield, trying to punch another one into the end zone here and give Strath Haven more to chew on as we come back in the District 1 5A quarterfinals on havenfootball.net.
Your car is probably your second biggest investment, and AMF Auto Clinic in Brookhaven wants to keep that investment in tip-top shape. AMF Auto Clinic has been maintaining automobiles since 1961, and they take pride in their work and in keeping your car in perfect running order. From inspections to general maintenance and repair, you can trust your auto investment to AMF Auto Clinic in Brookhaven. Call for an appointment today at 610-872-2167.
Hi, everyone. This is Greg Murphy from the Phillies broadcast team, where high school football never sounded so good, right here at havenfootball.net.
Welcome back to George L. King Field. Springfield trailing 36-19, but knocking on the door again. 3rd and goal from the 9. Under center is Rama, and they give it no play fake on the counter, and he has some time. Looking, running out of time, and now is going to throw it away. Good decision by Rama to live to fight another day as Austin Connor was bearing down quickly. So 4th and goal now for Springfield as Rama tosses that one aside. Hey, they showed that counter again. Panthers have been scared to death, or not, not terribly effective in stopping it today as O'Donnell scored the first 2 touchdowns for Springfield on that same play. But that time they faked it to him, and good coverage by the secondary. All right, last crack at it here for Springfield. 3 wide receivers to the right on 4th and goal from the 9. Single to the right side. Back is Rama on 4th down, looking, fires the slant over the middle, incomplete. Chase Mangle in coverage, and they could not connect with Aiden Kreit. Strath Haven takes over. 1st and 10 at the 9-yard line, and the Panthers can take a snap and take a knee a couple times and live to fight another day and bring us back to George L. King Field next Friday night against the Golden Knights of Westchester Ruston in a rematch of last year's District 1 final. So this year, the 2 wing T offenses, 2 of the best in District 1 and maybe the state this year, will go head-to-head with Mike St. Clair and Ruston coming down to Wallingford. Milligan takes a snap, takes a knee, and gets the clock started. Panthers will need to do that one more time. Springfield will finish their season 8-4. Nothing to hang your head about, as they haven't lost a game in a month and a half.
And they had Haven just really question how they're going to stop them.
Great job here by Coach Britton and his staff, and Strath Haven and their staff, of course, pulling out another victory. The Panthers will go to 12-0, line it up at midfield, and some mutual hugs and respect and handshakes there even before the formal one at midfield here. What a battle. Strath Haven 36, Springfield 19, and the Panthers march on to the Final Four in District 1 next Friday night. All right, we'll take a short time out, be back for a wrap-up, and a whole lot more, talk about what's happening in the days ahead. Thanks for joining us live or on the archive on havenfootball.net.
Looking for pre-K child care with an emphasis on learning? Ducklings Early Learning Center is available for children 6 weeks to 5 years old, within 1 block of Nether Providence Elementary School, on Moore Road in Wallingford. At Ducklings, our college-educated teachers create a safe, nurturing educational environment in our beautiful facility. Call Ducklings today for an appointment at 610-936-9400.
This is Merrill Reese, voice of the Philadelphia Eagles, where high school football never sounded so good, right here at havenfootball.net.
Strath Haven 36, Springfield 19, as the Panthers sweep the Cougars in 2 games this year, and this one much more competitive, much more exciting, and honestly much more fun. Frankly, when the players know they're in for a battle, know they have to work extra hard to grind out a playoff victory, and we'll go home happy on a Saturday afternoon here, Mike.
Oh yeah, well listen, fun for you maybe. I still had to take some glycerin tablets, so it was the game that we kind of expected. We thought Springfield was going to do what they could, and Springfield was probably a couple of mistakes from taking the lead in this game late in the game. They got it down to a 3-point deficit, and hung with the Panthers, and it was just a few things happened that happens in high school football. You know, a bad snap, a fumble, some penalties that probably shouldn't have happened. You know, the issue is if and it's not going to happen, obviously, but if we played Springfield again, you know, what can we expect after a few weeks? I mean, that would be tough. So, and we have no piece of cake going into next week either. So,
not even a little bit.
Yep.
As boy, talk about two teams that know each other well, and probably could call each other's plays. Frankly, it's a wing tee look for Ruston. They have a few more wrinkles that are slightly different than the way Strath Haven runs it, and you know, they're saying the same thing. Strath Haven has a few wrinkles as well. But hey, it's going to be. There's nothing that's coming easy from now on. You know, you're not getting any 42-0 wins from now to the end of the season. Right. This is going to be a battle, no matter what. We're just thankful that this battle will get one more week here at home next Friday night. Depending on the outcome of another semifinal, Upper Dublin and Plymouth Whitemarsh, depends whether you know, home or away. But boy, we're not looking ahead to Thanksgiving weekend just yet.
Yep.
6 days from now, Panthers will be back here. 6:45 pregame, 7 o'clock kickoff next Friday night to host the Golden Knights of Westchester Ruston. They are 8-2 on the season. 9-2 on the season. And Strath Haven will have their hands full, but we'll crank out the stats and the play of the game and a whole lot more in the days ahead. Try to keep you posted on other scores, and looking forward to seeing Gary James on the PA next week, and Mike Clancy with a great job on the camera, as always. Pete Fulginiti, fantastic with the spotting and halftime chatter, and of course Andrew Kauffman and Mike Mayer doing everything else to get this thing produced week after week. So we'll wrap it up. Signing off. Thanks for listening, live or on the archive. Final score in the District 1 5A quarterfinal. Strath Haven 36, Springfield 19. We'll be back next Friday night. Brian Carroll saying good night, everybody, and great football.
This internet broadcast has been a production of havenfootball.net Incorporated. All rights are reserved. Thanks for watching, and good night.